they're number one in the country, or right now with number one seed, I guess. I think if we go out and play our game and do what we do and take care of our responsibility and details of the game.
Behind 3rd and 10. Duke snapping on its own 41. 7:29. Clock stops on the incompletion. Heels once down 11, now up 3, 24-21.
And another big play right here for Carolina. Get them 3rd and 10. Get off the football
window where we thought we were going to not burn an arm.
All right, Skip, go get him.
Thank you.
Pre-game interview with Skip Johnson brought to you by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Of course, we did not get by without a weather delay. It'll be about an hour and a half. Last night it was 2.5 hours. So a second straight night, Oklahoma going to start late. But again, skies look good. I think we're going to be able to play 9 innings here uninterrupted once this thing gets going. Take a timeout. When we come back, tonight's starting lineups. We're getting closer to first pitch between Oklahoma and North Carolina here in the winner's bracket tonight in Chapel Hill. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey Sooner Nation, when you want to travel, choose the premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to for top quality group transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. So if you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overlandcharters.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU football.
Spring is in full swing, and there's no better way to celebrate the refreshing weather than with a cup of real refreshment at HTO. With over 20 flavors of freshly brewed iced tea to choose from, you're sure to find a flavor you'll love, like strawberry passion, Texas chai, blueberry, or Georgia peach. Can't choose just one? You don't have to. Mix and match endless flavor combinations to make your own tasty creation. Welcome to your happy place, HTO. Real tea, real refreshing.
Hey OU fans, last year was a big year for us, but we're calling it now. This year is game-changing. Call it your staycation destination, your beat the heat retreat, your after-sport resort. With indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more, we just call it Okana. And it's open now, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at okanaresort.com.
The Memorial Day sales event is here at Fowler Dodge. Receive $20,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with this limited time deal. Plus, you won't want to miss out on exclusive employee pricing during the month of May. Get the truck you've been wanting with these Memorial Day savings at Fowler Dodge, proud partner of OU Athletics. Must qualify for all rebates. Stock number R250112. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025.
Homeland brings savings and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Crowd applauding the North Carolina starting lineup on the big screen right now. Welcome back to the Walden Cleaners and Laundry pregame show. Let's check in live for the first time with Carly Murray down in the Sooner dugout tonight. Hi, Carly.
Hey, Toby. It was a really eventful pregame in the Sooner dugout. I got to hang out with Todd Butler a bit, and Drew Dickerson took a couple selfies. You guys may have seen them on Twitter. And then I think the best thing that happened, Reggie Willits and Russell Raley were cracking up at KP's call yesterday, guys. They were teasing him for his color analyst ways. I mean, KP, what all were they saying again? It was hilarious. I've never seen either one of them laugh that hard.
We'll get KP's analysis on that when we come back, because they're about to play the national anthem here. We'll take one final pregame timeout. First pitch coming up. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
For an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
A bit delayed for the second straight night, but this has been the Sooner pregame show presented by Walton Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Toby Rowland back with you alongside Kendall Pettis, Carly Murray down in the Sooner dugout. We are almost set for Game 2 for Oklahoma here in the Chapel Hill Regional, a winner's bracket showdown with the #1 ranked team in the country according to USA Today and D1 Baseball, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Kendall, the coaches were giving you a hard time?
Yeah, they were giving me a hard time because, we were laughing because they heard what I said, but they know what I really wanted to say. And so that's what we were, I think that's what we were kind of having some silly banter about what I really wanted to say. And so it was a good time.
Which is probably not appropriate.
Exactly,
okay.
exactly.
All right, very good. Everybody loves KP. Umpires meeting with the head coaches right now for the lineup exchange. Let's introduce you to the umpires, brought to you by Cavens Group. Jeff Wright will be at home plate tonight. Let's hope he's right a lot. He'll call the balls and strikes. Our buddy Brian Marine, he was at third base last night. Remember the quick trigger? Mm-hmm. He'll be at first base tonight, so any check swings by righties tonight, watch out. Brian DeBrouwer, second base. He's an SEC umpire. And Derek Everett, last night's home plate umpire, is at third base. Cavens Group, if you have a water emergency or mold issue at your home, give Cavens Group a call, 405-573-3048. Available 24 hours a day. How about your Riverwind Casino keys to the game tonight, Kendall?
Yeah, well, we talked about how good the crowd was for the home opener for the North Carolina Tar Heels in the first game of the regional, and I mean it's another big crowd here today, and so I think what I wrote down here was get the crowd out of it early. You know, it's going to be one of those games where this crowd is going to be loud. They're going to be excited. They're playing an SEC team. Their team is 1-0 right now. They're trying to continue that winner's bracket. So I think if we can get some runs early, get that crowd out of here and keep it quiet in here, Kai Bone's going to do his thing. You know, he's already ready to go. And so I think as long as we can keep the crowd out of it, Kyson's going to go ahead and do his thing, and I think we'd be ready to go.
Silence the Tar Heel faithful tonight. Riverwind Casino, always a good time. If you're ready now, here are tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Precision Garage Door Service, proudly serving our community since 2013. Oklahoma, the visiting team for this game. They'll bat first. Sooners now 36-20 on the year. Leading off tonight, back to Jason Walk in the one spot. He'll be in center field. Batting second, Trey Gamble in left. Easton Carmichael, who hit his 15th home run of the year last night, will hit third. He's the catcher for this one. Shortstop, Jackson Willits in the cleanup spot. Dayton Taki at first base again tonight will hit fifth. Batting sixth, Kyle Branch at second base. Deshaun Harris gets the start in right. He'll bat seventh. Drew Dickerson had the big two-run homer last night. He'll be the DH again for game 2 and hit eighth. And batting ninth at third base, Dawson Willis. Again for OU, it's Walk in center, Gamble in left, Carmichael behind the plate. Willits at short, Taki at first, Branch at second, Harrison right, Dickerson the DH, and Willis at third base. They'll be facing North Carolina righty Jason DeCaro, a sophomore from Northport, New York. 8-3 on the year, 3.42 earned run average, 62 strikeouts, 25 walks. Opponents have hit .236 against him. He was a freshman All-American last year, and he has been at his best down the stretch in his last 6 starts. 4 wins and an ERA of 1.89. Dave Nathan, North Carolina's play-by-play voice for baseball, talks more about their starter tonight on the mound, Jason DeCaro.
Is Carolina's most experienced pitcher in these sorts of situations, and he's only 19 years old. And Coach Forbes put it pretty well yesterday just by saying that Jason likes the bigger moments, and we all know this, the stage is pretty big this time of year.
That's Dave Nathan, the play-by-play voice for the Tar Heels, and North Carolina takes the field. Defensively, they'll line up like this for this winner's bracket battle. It'll be Carter French in left, Kane Kepley in center, and Tyson Bass in right. On the infield, Gavin Gallagher is their third baseman. Alex Madera at short, Jackson Vandebrake at second, Hunter Stokely at first. Luke Stevenson, more about him in a bit, fabulous catcher behind the plate. And sophomore righty Jason DeCaro on the mound. Starting lineup presented by Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right. Who's your OU Health player to watch tonight, KP?
Give me Dayton Taki. I think I know that's somebody who hasn't really gotten any hits since he's gotten back, but when you talk about somebody who loves to shut up an away crowd, it's Dayton Taki. And so I think it's going to be, it's kind of reminding me of one of those UGA games where he hit two of those home runs and really quieted that crowd. And so I know he's one of the only kids, he was the only kid in the lineup yesterday who didn't get a hit. I know he's greedy and he's hungry for a hit today, and so I'm saying give me Dayton.
I like it. OU Health, proud to be Oklahoma's flagship academic health system. Carolina, the home team, might have the best set of uniforms, by the way, in America. They're going with the baby blue tops tonight, white pants. Those baby blue or Carolina blue tops say Carolina in script across them in white, and the numerals front and back are in the darker navy blue. Hats are Carolina blue with a navy blue bill and the NC logo in white on the front. Clean, as you would say, KP, right?
Very clean. I mean, these are some of the best uniforms I've seen all season. So, don't want to give them too much credit, though. You know, we're about to go ahead and try to beat them up.
Uniforms can look just as good in the loss column as they do in the win column. You know what I mean? Sooner says the road team going all grays. These are the unis they beat Georgia in last week in Hoover. Gray jerseys, gray pants, gray hats, not the anthracites, the plain old-fashioned traditional gray unis. They say Oklahoma in crimson across the chest, crimson numerals front and back. And those gray hats have a crimson bill and a crimson interlocking OU on the front. So after rains move through again and a delay just like last night, we're set for baseball. Oklahoma, North Carolina. Winner of this one is in great shape to advance to the Super Regional. The loser must come back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time and play Nebraska in an elimination game. and then would have to win again tomorrow night to stay alive and force an if necessary game on Monday. So if you win this game tonight, you could get through this regional in as few as 3 games. If you lose tonight, it's going to take 5. Jason Walk steps in. First pitch from Jason DeCaro to the plate. It's a fastball high and away at 93, and we're underway. First pitch here, 7:36 in the Eastern time zone. Walk 1 for 4 with a run scored last night. The 1-0 to him is a strike. Another fastball. Jason hitting .275 on the year with 8 home runs, the 8th of which came last week in Hoover. Here's the 1-1 from DeCaro. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and even though Jason went 1 for 4 yesterday, he did have a couple barrels in that game where he felt like he should have went 3 for 4 as well, but Nebraska did make a few good plays on him.
Tar Heels shifting him 3 to the right side. Here's the 1-2. Way in, almost clipped him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cloudy night. We can still see some blue skies overhead. Darkness has not yet set in here in Chapel Hill. The 2-2. Got him looking on the outside corner with his first breaking ball of the game. And there's 1 out.
Yeah, and that's a really good pitch right there by DeCaro. I mean, that slider looked like it came backdoor on him and clipped that outer third part of the plate. Just a really good pitch right there.
Here's Trey Gamble. Tonight's game day weather brought to you by Oklahoma's own News 9. And your Oklahoma weather expert, David Payne. It's 66 degrees. A little bit chilly. Going to get a little chillier as the game goes on. First pitch to Gamble, fouled back.
Yeah, I might have to put on my long sleeve that I brought. I brought a little pullover, and it's getting a little chilly. So.
Yeah, you were pretty cold by the end of the game last night. Yeah. Winds out of the west at 5. That's blowing toward the left field corner again tonight. Here's the 0-1 to Gamble. Popped it up foul down the third base side, and that'll get into the stands. Gallagher gave it a look, but it's out of play, and it's 0-2. Game day weather brought to you by Oklahoma's own News 9. I love those guys. Gamble 1 for 4 with a walk and an RBI against Nebraska. Trey hitting .288 on the year with 4 homers. And now with 2 strikes, they will shift him as well. Nobody within 50 yards of the third base line. Here's the 0-2. Downstairs. 50 yards may be a bit much. Let's go with 30 yards of the left field line.
I like 30. They've got a big shift on him.
The outfield playing him straight up.
Is North Carolina, they're a team who likes to shift a little bit.
It appears that way early.
Yeah, it does.
The 1-2 from DeCaro. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You could tell by the crowd reaction we got a big one tonight. This place seats officially 4,100. But with standing room, they can get 5,000 plus in here, and that's what we'll have tonight. Maybe the raindrops kept a few people away, but you can't tell. It looks packed to the rim. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, but he went around. That'll be a strikeout. 2 in a row for DeCaro. And there's 2 outs in the top of the first.
Yeah, DeCaro's looking good early. Looks like that slider is very sharp early. I mean, especially with 2 lefties right there. Usually they can take those or be able to hit that slider, that hanging slider, but it just seems like it's got a little bite to it. So we'll see how that continues.
Easton Carmichael now. Another multi-hit game for him here against Nebraska last night. 2 for 4 with his 15th home run of the year. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Second team all SEC selection. .324 average. 56 runs batted in. Those all lead the team. The 0-1 to him. Just a bit low with the fastball. A ball and a strike. Big scoreboard is in left field here, and Easton hit it last night with his home run. He's got his picture on it right now with the running score line underneath. Starting lineup to the left. Swings and pops it foul. Off to our right, out of play. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And DeCaro looking for a clean 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Crowd trying to help him. Here's the 1-2 to Carmichael. Outside, breaking ball. The 3 flags in center field, all picking up a bit. American flag, the state of North Carolina flag, and the UNC flag blowing toward the left field foul pole. 2-2 pitch, grounded up the middle. That's got a chance, and it's into center field, a base hit. Easton Carmichael's got the first knock of the night, a 2-out single in the first.
And he continues to stay hot as well. I mean, just a really good AB right there by Easton Carmichael to be able to fight with 2 strikes right there and be able to hit that ball right back up the middle. Really good approach.
Jackson Willits now. Hit cleanup last night. He's back in the 4-hole tonight. Bat leadoff last night. He's in cleanup tonight. 0 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. Named to the SEC All-Tourney team in Hoover. He'll bat left-handed against DeCaro with Carmichael taking a lead at first. And Willits' first pitch swinging comes up empty. Sooners love to run, but Luke Stevenson might be the best defensive catcher in America. He's certainly one of them. Known for his framing skills and his big arm. He is very highly thought of by the Major League Scouts, a projected first-round pick. The 0-1. Fastball's too low that time, a ball and a strike. The fastball of DeCaro sitting at 93. Easton did have a stolen base last night. Wouldn't put it beyond him to try Stevenson early tonight. Just see what he's got. That one's outside. There's the delayed steal, and they caught Stevenson sleeping, I think. No, he's out. Well, Easton wants him to challenge this, and I think the Sooners will. Boy, he looks safe from here, and the Sooners are going to challenge this. Boy, you could see the cannon of Stevenson because he was fooled by the delayed steal and still threw him out as of right now. What'd you think?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He was definitely fooled. I thought Easton had it easily, but as soon as Stevenson let that ball go, I mean, that was a bazooka to come out of his hand right there. But I still think that Easton was safe right there. So the TV in our room isn't working, but we'll be able to see on the big screen.
Patrick Dunn has given his initial ruling of safe. Hey, we're showing it on the big screen. Let's see. We get another look at it.
The crowd didn't really make a big noise. That's why I think he's safe. Yeah, he's safe.
I can't see when the hand contacts the bag. I think he's safe. Can we prove it is my question.
Right.
The call on the field is out. Easton sure thought he was safe.
I think he's safe, Toby.
Well, this is a big call because it would put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And Jackson Willits is in a 2-1 count right now. If the call is not overturned, the inning is over. Stevenson, or North Carolina altogether, has only given up 30 stolen bases this year. That's a very low number. And DeCaro, you can hear the glove popping in the background trying to stay loose. Well, here come the umps. We should have a verdict in seconds. The runner is safe. So it is a stolen base. And indeed, Easton Carmichael is at second with 2 outs here in the first inning.
Yeah, and it's already, Brian DeBauer is already off to a hot start. He's 0 for 1 so far, so here we go.
That's our second base umpire today. 14th stolen base of the year for Carmichael. 2-1 count to Willits. And the pitch to the plate, swung on and popped foul over the North Carolina dugout. Tar Heels as the home team tonight, down the third base line. Sooners as the road team down the first base line. The Carolina Blue Argyle painted out in front of both dugouts on the turf. Trying to get Carmichael home from second. The 2-2 is high, ball 3. Dayton Taki on deck if he loses Willits. And if nothing else, they've forced DeCaro's pitch count a little higher than he would have liked here in the first, KP.
Yeah, and this is a really good AB right here by Jackson Willits.
Here comes the 2-out payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning. DeCaro strikes out the side. Carmichael had a single there in the middle of it. Kyson Witherspoon on the mound for the first time when we come back in Chapel Hill. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Have lunch at Norman's favorite hidden treasure, Midway Deli, tucked away at the corner of Chautauqua and Eufaula. We may be a little hard to find, but we're even harder to forget. Midway features delicious gourmet sandwiches and a great selection of homemade soups, pastas, and stews. Whether it's lunch or catering or booking our food truck, you'll love the food from Midway. Open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. Breakfast is served all day. The Midway, serving great food to Norman since 1955.
What if you could make your energy dollars go further this summer? Switch to OG&E Smart Hours and pay nearly half price for electricity for 19 hours every weekday and all weekend long. So go ahead, bake an extra batch, stream another episode, and make your evenings cooler. Just switch your energy use to the 19 daily Smart Hours to help the grid, the environment, and your wallet. Sign up today to receive nearly half-priced electricity at oge.com/smarthours.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has connected students and businesses with career training opportunities.
We help students explore their passions, and we help adults learn new skills for new careers.
We work directly with Oklahoma businesses to make sure you get the skills employers need.
Employers today care more about skills. That's why we offer training in school districts and technology centers statewide.
More Oklahomans value workforce education than ever before.
Oklahoma Career Tech,
a workforce solution.
Here's the Carolina batting order presented by Precision Garage Door Service. North Carolina, the 5 seed nationally in this tournament, 43-12 on the year. Leadoff man is center fielder Kane Kepley with 40 stolen bases on the year. Batting second is second base Jackson Vanderbrake. Luke Stevenson, the catcher, led the ACC in homers this year. He's got 18 of them. He'll hit third. Cleanup hitter is the third baseman Gavin Gallagher. Hunter Stokely at first base will hit fifth. Alex Madera, the shortstop, bats sixth. Hitting seventh in right field, Tyson Bass. Sam Angelo is the DH tonight. He'll bat eighth. And hitting ninth in left field, Carter French. One more time for the Tar Heels. Kepley in center, Vanderbrake at second, Stevenson behind the plate. Gallagher at third, Stokely at first, Madera at short, Bass in right, Angelo the DH, and French is in left field. And they are facing Sooner ace Kyson Witherspoon on the mound. First team All-SEC selection Kyson, Golden Spikes Award semifinalist, led the SEC in wins with 10, led the SEC in earned run average at 2.47, and coming off a dominant performance last week over Georgia in the SEC tournament. First pitch to Kepley's fouled out of play. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Absolutely vital, Kendall, to keep this guy off the bases.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, you said it earlier, 40 bags. I mean, that's very impressive. That's kind of unheard of, and especially in the ACC. I mean, it's just one of those things where that's really impressive.
The 0-1 misses inside. Kyson asking where did it miss, and the home plate umpire, Jeff Wright, says too far inside. Starting lineups presented by Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
I promise you that pitch wasn't in.
1-1 is hit sharply to third. Dropped by Dawson Willis. Picks it up and throws, and safe is the call. All right, it was a line drive right at him that handcuffed him. And it'll be an E5. And Kepley's aboard with speed. You can't let that happen.
No, not especially early in this game like this, where that's a for sure easy out right there. It wasn't hit really hard right there, but just probably had some weird spin on it, and Dawson couldn't really pick it up.
Jackson Vanderbrake now. Right-handed hitting second baseman, hitting .313 with 6 homers. Out of Yakima, Washington. First pitch swinging, grounded up the middle. Picked up by Willett, steps on second for one, and then he airmails the throw to first. The ball bounces right back to Carmichael, though, and Vanderbrake stays put. So they get the out of Kepley, which is important at second base. They don't get the double play. It is not an error on Willits because Van de Breek unable to advance. But there's one out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. I mean, that's a huge out to get Kepley off the bases right there because, I mean, that kid's flying down the line. And so really big out right there and another big out right here if we can get it. And Luke Stevenson.
Let's tighten things up here a little bit infield. That's 2 ground balls or 2 balls on the infield that have been a little shaky. Luke Stevenson, first pitch swinging, fly ball into center field. Camping under it, Jason Walk. He's got it, and there's 2 outs. And it appears the Carolina strategy is to attack Kyson Witherspoon early in counts. We've seen 3 batters all go after first pitches.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my right out of my mouth right there. I was going to say it looks like they're trying to swing early and get on that fastball early, but I think that's something that Kyson will take note of and eventually start throwing in some secondary pitches as well.
He's thrown 5 pitches and faced 3 batters. Here's Gavin Gallagher now, runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch to him is low, blocked by Carmichael. Gallagher had a good game yesterday against Holy Cross. He went 2 for 2 with a run batted in. Sophomore third baseman from Apex, North Carolina. Right-handed hitter. 295 average with 14 home runs. And a lob throw to first base. Carolina's hit 73 homers, which is 10 more than Oklahoma's hit. But for them, that's way down this year. They don't have Vance Honeycutt here like they did last year. It's been less of a power team this year. There's a line drive base hit into right field the other way. Van de Breek takes the turn. He'll head to third, and the Tar Heels are on the corners with 2 outs. First hit of the night for Carolina. That was a fastball that he served into right field.
Yeah, it does seem like I wanted to attack that fastball, but I want to piggyback on what you said earlier where the infield needs to clean it up. I mean, Kyson should have been out of this first inning with 5 pitches thrown. And if he could be out of here with 5 pitches thrown, that would be huge for us.
He has still only thrown 7. And here comes the 5th batter, Hunter Stokely. This is the first baseman, big boy here, left-handed hitter, grad student from Wilson, North Carolina. 326 average on the year with 13 bombs. First and third, 2 outs. And the first pitch to him is low.
Yeah, I was actually watching Stokely take BP a couple days ago, and you don't want to see him get a hold of one, I'll tell you that.
Stokely, 6'3", 240. Kyson lobs a throw over to first base again. Well, we saw Malachi get into a first-inning jam last night and wriggled off the hook. They had bases loaded on him. Kyson trying to do the same tonight. First and third, 2 outs, the 1-0. There's a strike. Fastball at 97. One ball, 1 strike to Stokely and another lob throw to first base. Gallagher, the runner at first, does have 5 stolen bases on the year. Kepley, their leadoff man, has basically half of the team's stolen bases. He's the threat. Here's the 1-1. A little bit low. Came back with the fastball. Natural grass playing surface here. Dirt, infield, outfield. But the foul territory is turf. All the way from foul pole to foul pole, foul territory is turf. Here's the 2-1 to Stokely. Line drive right field base hit. A run is in. Rounding second, Gallagher. He'll head to third, and it's 1-0 Carolina. Hunter Stokely, a 2-out RBI. Back-to-back 2-out knocks for the Tar Heels has them in front here at the bottom of the first.
That's a really good swing right there by Stokely. It looked like it was one of those cutters or sliders in, and he was able to get the barrel to it. I mean, he's a big boy, and if he wants to get that barrel in in that zone, he can get it in there. So really good swing right there by Stokely.
And Skip Johnson's going to head out for an early visit, much to the crowd's delight. So it was an error, then a fielder's choice, a fly ball out, and then back-to-back 2-out singles has played it a run. Carolina still with runners on the corners here, and 2 outs for the shortstop, Alex Madera. Whatever Skip had to say, it was brief. He's already headed back. Sooner Baseball brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasting. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Madera, another grad student out of Delran, New Jersey. He's their leading hitter, average-wise at .327. A lefty. And Kyson's first pitch to him misses away. Gallagher at third, Stokely at first. Here's the 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0. Witherspoon versus Madera. The pitch is on the outer half. Fastball for a strike. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, and this just goes back to show that error did hurt us indeed. Because, I mean, Kyson would have been out of here with 5 pitches, and now he's had to really linger around and throw a lot more pitches.
Here's the 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, base hit into center field. Another run is in, and it's 2-0 Tar Heels. 3 straight 2-out singles. Stokely stopped at second. And the home crowd loving what's happening early here.
Oh yeah, the home crowd is loud and they're in it early. So I think it's just one of those things where we've got 2 outs too. We got to understand that there's 2 outs as well. We just need 1 more out. But hitting is contagious, and it just seems like they keep putting bat to barrel right now.
7th hitter of this bottom of the first is Tyson Bass. He's the right fielder, .297 average. North Carolina Wesleyan transfer. And he rips the first pitch foul down the line. Got a slider and hit it hard, but turned on it too quickly. Out of Lacoma, North Carolina originally. Bass 1 for 3 with an RBI against Holy Cross yesterday.
I'm actually quite surprised we haven't seen that 12-6 curveball that Kyson has been throwing a lot more lately. I mean, I haven't seen it at all yet, so we'll see if he can incorporate that a little bit more as well.
The 0-1 is a high fastball. That's the hardest one he's thrown, 98. And it's a ball and a strike. Two 2-0 Carolina here, bottom of the first. The 1-1 pitch is a slider just off the plate. Kyson kind of cocked his head to the side as if he wanted that call, but didn't get it. 2-1. He's got Stokely at second, Madera at first. And the pitch is popped foul out of play over the Sooner dugout to even the count at 2-2 to Tyson Bass. Both of these runs are unearned runs. Error started this bottom of the first inning. The 2-2. This is low with the curveball. There's the first one we've seen. And the count is full to Bass. And the Carolina base runners will be off with the pitch here with 2 outs. Witherspoon to check at second. And here's the payoff. Pulled foul. Got an off-speed pitch and again hit it hard, but around too quickly on it. We have not seen the normal swings and misses against Kyson so far here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It just seems like it has been a lot of hard contact in this first inning.
Another payoff to pass. Here it comes. Grounded up the middle, and it is into center field. Stokely will score. It's 3-0 North Carolina. 4 straight 2-out singles. And that one, a 14 hopper right up the middle. Madera ends up at third. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Nothing North Carolina, still batting here in the bottom of the first against Kyson Witherspoon. The Tar Heels with 4 consecutive 2-out singles to plate those 3 runs. And the 8th batter of the inning is the DH, Sam Angelo. Left-handed hitter out of Toms River, New Jersey. Yet another grad student. 1 of 4 in this lineup. Transfer from Montclair State. Easton Carmichael went out to talk to Kyson. Comes back, first pitch misses low. Angelo at .225 average. 2 home runs. Now, not the start anybody in Crimson Cream wanted, but it's early. Got to end the bleeding right here. The 1-0, way high, 2-0. And now, instead of a potentially fast inning because they're swinging at everything early, Kyson's pitch count up to 24 here in the first. Two balls and no strikes to Angelo. Here it comes. Fly ball into left. Racing back Gamble at the wall. It's gone. It's a 3-run home run for Angelo. And North Carolina has scored 6 runs in the first off of Kyson Witherspoon. A stunning start to this one at Chapel Hill. All 6 runs unearned.
Yeah, and a stunning start indeed. You know, you kind of thought this inning was going to be over after about 5-6 pitches, and then now with 2 outs here, they've gone ahead and put up 6 runs. So it's going to be luckily it's only the first inning though.
For Angelo, just his 3rd home run of the year. And Carter French now the 9th batter of the inning. First pitch swinging, he fouls it back. And Jamie Hitt jogging down to the Sooner bullpen. That's what you hear from the crowd.
Yeah, guys, the Sooner dugout is absolutely stunned. Grant Stevens, Jamie Hitt, they just were talking a little bit and just sprinted down there, guys.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. One of the few we've seen this inning. Looked like the curveball there. That makes it 0-2. Air, fielder's choice, fly ball. Then single, 3-run homer. Sooner shifting French now with 2 strikes. And the 0-2 to him is just a bit inside with the fastball. Here's the 1-2. Pulled foul. Well, if you're Skip, you got a couple of things probably rolling around in the brain right now. It is early, and you don't want to give up on this start from Kyson. Here's the 1-2. Low. However, if you did get him out of there early enough tonight, not that you're waving the white flag, but it does bring up the possibility of using him again on Monday if you have an if necessary game. You would have to win 2 games tomorrow to get there, but just file that away. 2-2, swing and a miss. There's the strikeout that ends the inning. It's a great one, though, for North Carolina. 6 runs in the bottom of the first. The big blow, the Angelo 3-run homer. And we head to the second with Carolina taking charge early in this one. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
From the Whataburger inbox to your speaker, Kayla writes, I'm dead because of no mushroom Swiss. We checked it out, and Kayla, though a bit dramatic, is totally fine. And that's great because the mushroom Swiss burger is totally back, just like Kayla loves, with grilled mushrooms, melty cheese, and creamy au jus sauce. Kayla, don't mess with us like that. The skull emoji is not for playing around. The mushroom Swiss burger is back for a limited time. What a burger!
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas.
Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner.
Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Big car payments? That's no fun. Even if you love your car or truck, the wrong vehicle loan can leave you wondering if your payment could have been lower. So if you're paying more than you should on your car loan every month, give a little love to your budget and contact Communication Federal Credit Union. There's no cost to find out if we can help. Plus, all new vehicle loans and refinances get the first 90 days with no payment. Love your car and your loan payment with Communication Federal. Offer subject to credit union approval, federally insured by NCUA. Current CFCU loans not eligible for refinance.
Orthodontics exclusively is proud to sponsor the Junior Captain of the game. Junior Captain is the ultimate fan experience for kids grades 3 through 7. Visit either locations in Norman or South OKC for a free consultation. 6-0 North Carolina as we go to the second. Dayton Taki leads off for OU, takes a first pitch strike. Well, we were all settled in for a big-time pitchers duel tonight, and KP, we just got slapped right across the head.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a shocker for everybody up here. I mean, credit North Carolina for really making Kyson work right there and definitely getting a lot of hits and a lot of hard hits right there. So it's just going to be one of those games where it is early. It's the first inning. We're down 6 early, but we scored 7 yesterday, so we can do it.
The 1-1 takes a ball, 2-1. Jason DeCaro gave up 1 hit but struck out 3 in the first. The 2-1 pitch to Taki, swing and a miss at a fastball. Taki, Branch, Harris, due up. Taki 0 for 2 with 3 walks last night. Here's the 2-2. Takes one outside, a fastball. The count is full. Every ball that's not called a strike there, absolutely bewildered here at Chapel Hill.
Yeah, I mean, it could be 2 feet outside, and then they're booing it.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout already for DeCaro, and he gets Taki to start the second.
Yeah, and something's got to be said in that Sooner dugout right now. DeCaro just looks like he's cruising up there. He's got 4 Ks through 5 guys. Something's got to change.
Kyle Branch, 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in against Nebraska. Named to the SEC All-Freshman team this year, hitting .294. And he looks at the first pitch from DeCaro upstairs. DeCaro's last start was not his best. It was against Florida State in the ACC tournament. He went 4 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, and walked 3. There's a strike. He only threw 68 pitches. but he has looked sharp early tonight. The 1-1 to Branch. Foul back over our heads, a ball and 2 strikes. Kyle had a big hit last night, a 2-run single late in the game. Put the Sooners up 7-0 at the time. Oklahoma went on to win at 7-4. Popped up right side. Digging back is Stokely, the first baseman, and foul territory. He's got it for out number 2. Average amount of foul territory here at Boshamer Stadium. It narrows down the lines in left and right when you get deep into the corners. Desan Harris gets the start tonight. Dash came in late in the game last night, got a stolen base. Hitting .267 on the year. 2 outs, nobody on. And the first pitch is high. Well, Kyson's got to regroup down there. Going to be attacking the top of the lineup again in the second. The 1-0 is lined toward left center. That's going to be a base hit. Cut off from getting into the alley by Kepley, but it's a 2-out single for Desan Harris.
Yeah, and that's a really good sight right there to see from Desan Harris. I mean, being able to drive that fastball to the right center gap right there, really good swing.
Drew Dickerson now. Started the scoring last night with a 2-run home run into the trees and right. He was 2 for 3 in the game. Hitting .299 now on the year with 3 home runs. And he looks at a first pitch fastball strike. That fastball is 91 to 93. It looks heavy though, Kendall.
Yeah, it looks like it has some two-seam movement to it or a little bit of sink to it. And it's coming on you quick. He kind of reminds me of Brady Singer from the Royals as well. I don't know if you see that, but he's kind of, every time I see him pitch, it just looks a little bit like Brady Singer.
Chopper to third base. Gloved on a hop by Gallagher. Throw across is a good one. And the inning is over. Brady Singer plays for my Reds now, by the way. He got traded. Yeah. Sooners get a hit and leave a man. We head to the bottom of the second. 6-0. North Carolina leads it. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Sooner Baseball brought to you by Communication Federal Credit Union, Oklahoma's family financial friend since 1939. Visit comfedcu.org to join today. 6-0 North Carolina. 6 unearned runs in the first. And they go to bat here in the bottom of the second with the top of the order again, Kane Kepley, who reached on an error to start the game for them. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit into center field. just like in the first inning, North Carolina attacking early pitches from Kyson Witherspoon. That is their 6th hit.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before from Kyson, where it just seems like it's barrel after barrel after barrel, man. I don't know if it's something where he seems like he's tipping his pitches or if they're just sitting on that fastball and really reacting to everything else, but they have really, really been on Kyson.
Jackson Vanderbrake reached on a fielder's choice first time up, and he takes a first pitch strike. That was the slider that Kepley hit to start this inning. And again, you got to watch his speed. 40 stolen bases on the year. He's 40 for 44. Kyson throws over that way. In addition to Kepley stealing 40 bases, he's been hit by a pitch 25 times this year. That's crazy.
That's impressive, and that goes for 3rd in the ACC.
Pitch is high, and then Carmichael throws down to first to chase Kepley back to the bag. It's a ball and a strike to Vanderbrake. We are only in the 2nd inning.
Toby, you mentioned we're only in the 2nd inning. After that first inning, Skip Johnson was trying to pick up his dugout. He said, guys, we still have a lot of game left. Just keep it one pitch at a time. We'll get back at it.
Thank you, Carly. Breaking ball is a strike to Vanderbrake to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard has it backwards. Scoreboard says 2 balls and 1 strike. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Witherspoon kicks and fires and misses low. Now it's 2-2. North Carolina won the ACC tournament last week, beating Boston College, Florida State, and Clemson. They went 18-11 in the ACC in the regular season. And they come into play ranked number 1 in the nation by USA Today in D1 baseball. 2-2 pitch, fouled back. Now the winner of this regional plays the winner of the Eugene-Oregon regional, and that will not be Oregon. Oregon has already been eliminated from their own regional. There's a cue shot to first. Taki Fields throws to second for 1. Throw back to first is not in time. They get the lead runner, Kepley. Nice play by Taki. 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, and that's the 2nd time now that we've gotten that lead runner and Kepley out at second base. So once again, getting a lot of speed off the bases, but got to continue to keep getting outs here.
We didn't get to talk about Luke Stevenson because he flied out on the first pitch he saw in the first, but he's the batter now. Stevenson, their catcher, a likely first-round draft pick. He is thought to be the top catching prospect in college baseball. 18 home runs on the year. Swings and misses at the first pitch. He's only got a .261 batting average, but big power. He hit one about 500 feet foul yesterday against Holy Cross. ACC tournament MVP. Throw to first. He homered twice in Durham in the ACC tourney.
Yeah, and I think he's a scout's dream player for a catcher. When you think about somebody who is he's got a big body, he's a big handed bat, and he's big left-handed bat, and he's got 18 bombs.
Fly ball right center field, tattooed. Jason Walk on the run, slides and caught it. Nice play by Jason Walk. Outstanding defensive play in right center to make the sliding catch on Stevenson for out number 2.
What a play out there by Jason Walk. I couldn't tell if he was going to be able to get to that ball right there, but it definitely closed in on it late in that route and just made a really fantastic play right there to keep him at first base.
Sooners looking for anything to kind of turn this momentum around early in this game. Maybe that'll be it. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher had the first of 5 consecutive 2-out run-scoring hits in the first inning when he singled. He takes a breaking ball for a strike to start this at-bat. 6-0 Tar Heels. This is only the 3rd meeting ever between these schools. OU won the first 2, And you might remember them. They were of note back in the 2010 regional in Norman. OU beat North Carolina 7-6 in 10 innings, and then came back to knock them out with a 3-2 win over them. A couple of pickoff attempts at first and a close play. Safe is the call. No balls and a strike to Gallagher. 2 outs. A long hold for Kyson. Now the 0-1. Line drive, base hit into left. Hit number 7 for North Carolina. And there's 2 on with 2 outs. Gallagher's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite interesting to me. I mean, it's been times where Kyson won't give up 7 hits and 2 outings. Right. And so for them to have 7 hits already in less than 2 innings pitched, that's something to really look out for.
And the infield's coming together now. And all gathered around Kyson to chat here. Stokely will be the batter. There are some outings that kind of make your radar go up, and you've been a player, you're probably less suspicious about these things than I am. But sometimes things become fishy, and I'm just like maybe they've picked up on something from Kyson. Just, they're great. They're the number 1 ranked team in the nation. But the fact that you're not getting, I mean, I can think of 2 swings and misses in 2 innings?
I was going to say, I haven't seen many swings and misses, and I bet you the OU dugout is definitely looking at that as well.
Stokely check swing, and they say he held up. He definitely went around on that. Ball 1.
But I can't really tell. I mean, it doesn't look like he's changed anything or, done anything like that, so I really don't know.
They are right on whatever he throws tonight. The 1-0 pitch just misses outside, 2-0. Fastball, slider, curveball. They have hit him on the screws tonight. 2 outs, 2 on here in the second. Stokely singled and drove in a run his first time up on a line drive into right. And the 2-0 is high, ball 3. Kyson's frustrated. Before he even gets the ball back, he turned and walked a third of the way to second base.
Yeah, you can tell he's frustrated up there. I've never seen him kind of turn his back like that before getting the ball. I know he's definitely got his emotions running high right now.
The 3-0 pitch is ball 4 outside, and the bases are loaded. That's his first walk. And Alex Madera now. There is nobody throwing in the Sooner pen. Madera singled, drove in a run, and scored in the first.
And it's really quite interesting how it's both these innings have happened with 2 outs. I don't know what it is about it, but they're starting these 2-out rallies.
The left-handed hitting shortstop takes a strike. Slider. Vanderbrake at third, Gallagher at second, Stokely at first. 6-0 Tar Heels, trying to blow it wide open here in the bottom of the second. The 0-1. Curveball in there for strike 2 call. So we go slider, curveball. That makes you think he's sitting fastball because he just watched both those go by. Let's see what Kyson throws him now. Witherspoon. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Witherspoon, and he leaves him loaded in the second. On to the third we go. Sooners got work to do. They're down 6-0 here in Chapel Hill. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
How's business?
Good. Are you up to speed with the new beneficial ownership reporting requirements?
Sort of. What's it about?
It's a new initiative to help fight crimes like money laundering, fraud, and drug trafficking. A lot of small businesses like ours just have to report some basic info to the federal government about the real people behind them.
Reporting your company's beneficial ownership information is quick, secure, and free. And it helps protect U.S. national security. Learn more at fincen.gov/BOI.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at McGruffPSA.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities and classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. Third innings, Sooners down 6. Dawson Willis leads off, then the top of the order after him. Jason DeCaro's first pitch is high and tight.
Toby, Reggie Willis gathered his offense and says, we're chipping away at this deal, guys. We have a lot of gameplay left. We have to go and get hits. You know, they have a lot of time left to get some runs on the board here.
Thank you, Carly. Breaking ball outside, 2-0 to Willis. Dawson 2 for 4 last night. One of those two hits a double. Batting average at 228 with 5 homers. DeCaro, the 2-0 pitch. Popped up foul right over our heads and out of play.
It would be nice to see, you know, with Dawson going 2 for 4 yesterday, it would be nice to see him kind of heat up in the postseason and see him on base a lot more. I mean, and really use those legs.
Especially to start an inning here.
Oh, yeah.
2-1. Little blooper towards second. That'll be caught by Vanderbrake, and there's one away. Sooners have 2 hits off of DeCaro so far. They were both 2-out singles. Carmichael in the first, Harris in the second. Back to the top of the order now, Jason Walk.
You know, after seeing DeCaro for a first time now, we got the top of the lineup back up. Let's see if we can make something happen here.
Strike called to Walk. Struck out looking his first time up. Sooners have fared well against the ACC in the NCAA tournament, despite how this one has started tonight, as Walk fouls it out of play. Of course, last year, your team beat Duke in Norman in the regional. Your 2022 team took 2 of 3 from Virginia Tech in the Supers and then beat Notre Dame in Omaha.
That's right.
The 0-2 is a swing and a miss. Strikes out Walk for the second time. That's 5 of them for DeCaro. That was the breaking ball.
Yeah, you could tell Jason did not see that ball well right there. That was a really good pitch right there by DeCaro. It looked like that was one of his breaking balls that was a little bit slower than that slider as well. So looked like that curveball at 77 miles an hour. Just a good pitch.
2 outs, nobody on for Gamble. 2013 team got a win over Virginia Tech. Pete Hughes' Virginia Tech team in the Blacksburg Regional. Gamble pulls one foul. 2012 team got a win over Virginia in the Charlottesville Regional. And then, as we previously mentioned, they beat North Carolina twice in Norman in 2010 and went on to take 2 of 3 from Virginia in the Super Regionals that year in Charlottesville. Gamble takes a strike to make it 0-2. There are a couple of losses sprinkled in there, but altogether in the last 15 years, Sooners are 10-4 against the ACC in the postseason. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. DeCaro looks sharp early. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 6 in the game. We've played 2.5 at Chapel Hill. It's all Tar Heels. They're up 6-0. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
The Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger is an all-time favorite. It brings so many flavors together in harmony, you might wonder if it's greater than the sum of its parts. It's got 2 all-beef patties, both of which fantastic. Crispy bacon, love that. Grilled onions, melty cheese. I mean, who would say no? And sweet and spicy pepper sauce. Yes, please. I guess we're kind of partial to every part. The Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger from Whataburger, just like you like it.
Big savings are here at Fowler Honda this May. Get our exclusive 0% for 72 months offer on a 2024 Honda Prologue. Don't miss out on driving into the summer with a new Honda this May. Get this limited time offer with approved credit through Honda Financial Services from Fowler Honda, proud sponsor of OU Athletics. Offer available on select new and unregistered 2024 Honda Prologue models through 7/7/2025 for well-qualified buyers. Not all buyers will qualify. Actual down payment may vary.
Hey Sooner Nation, when you want to travel, choose the premier motor coach transportation provider, Overland Charters. With over 25 years in the transportation business, Overland Charters is your go-to for top quality group transportation services in Oklahoma and throughout the entire country. So if you want to travel with the winning team this season, choose the premier brand in group transportation, Overland Charters. Check them out online at overlandcharters.com to book your next trip. Overland Charters, official motor coach provider of OU football.
Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, go to bobmoreford.com/hero. Toby, KP, and Carly back with you. 6-0 North Carolina, bottom 3. Tyson Bass leads off. RBI single his first time up. 6 runs on 7 hits so far for the Diamond Heels, as they call it. He takes ball 1 inside. Carolina had an interesting conference season this year. They lost their first 2 ACC series to Stanford here and Louisville. Next pitch is low. And then they reeled off 7 straight conference series wins. They hosted a regional here last year and beat LSU. On their way to Omaha. Carolina got there last year, one of 12 trips for them. There's a strike, 2-1. Tar Heels, however, have never won the national championship. This is the 13th time they've hosted a regional since 2006. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Here's the 2-1. Drops a breaking ball in there for strike 2. Haven't given up a run yet here. Shut out Holy Cross yesterday. Haven't allowed the Sooners to score yet tonight. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Kyson strikes out Bass for out number 1.
Yeah, and after that K-strut right there by Kyson, you can tell that he's starting to get into a little bit better of a rhythm right now. Really good pitch right there on that slider. Just on the outer third of the plate right there.
Sam Angelo has the biggest swing of the bat so far in this game. A 3-run opposite field home run. Back in that 6-run first inning.
And it's funny, too, just because when looking at his season stats, you just wouldn't really expect him to go bomb backside right there. And, you know, it just goes to show that anybody can do it.
He's not the big slugger in this lineup. Yeah. Takes strike 1.
Only 19 hits on the season.
Yeah. Was his 3rd homer. Kyson's 0-1. Fouled back 0-2. Sam Angelo. You ever been to Sam Angelo?
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah. Way out there in Texas. Way out there in Texas. Just go to Texas and go as far out as you can and you'll run into Sam Angelo.
East, west, south?
It doesn't matter. The The 0-2. Low and in. Trying to get him to chase a breaking ball. Well, the road is longer. If the Sooners don't rally here tonight, they must come back and play early tomorrow, noon Eastern time, 11 a.m. Central time against Nebraska again tomorrow. 1-2 pitch is fouled out. Nebraska knocking out Holy Cross earlier today, 4-1. Then, if you were to find a way to win that game, you would play again tomorrow night. So you would have to win 2 games tomorrow. Tomorrow night it would be against North Carolina again, assuming they win. And if you win that game, then you'd have an if necessary game again against Carolina on Monday.
Yeah, and it would be one of those situations that Florida had against us out there in Gainesville where we went 2-0.
1-2 pitch misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Angelo.
We went 2-0 and Florida had to, play that game earlier in the day and then, came back and beat us in that game in the afternoon.
You got him on Monday, though.
Yeah, we did.
1 out, nobody on. The 2-2 to Angelo. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Witherspoon. And he's got 4 on the day. And either he's figuring it out or whatever they had on him, they don't have it on him anymore. Because these swings have not looked as good in the last 3 or 4 batters.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't tell. I mean, when you look at the difference in swings and the amount of swing and misses, he either was tipping his pitches or, you're right. He is definitely figuring it out.
Carter French now. First pitch swinging, lifted, foul down the left field line, out of play. Last year, Carolina beat LSU here in the regional. Then they hosted West Virginia in the Supers and beat the Mountaineers on their way to Omaha. The 0-1. Check swing on a good-looking pitch, but didn't get the call. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs, nobody on. Inside, 2-1. Start to keep you updated on everything else going on around the regionals tonight. Teams being sent home today. Line drive toward left field. It'll hang up, though. Trey Gamble, I think, didn't see it at first, but found it. And the inning is over. Kyson puts him down in order in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. Work to do. Down 6-zip. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click. Use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure our world.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/therightseat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Summer Baseball brought to you by Homeland Grocery Stores. Download the app today for more ways to save. Fourth inning, 6-0, still Tar Heels. It'll be Easton Carmichael leading off. He's got one of OU's 2 hits tonight. A first inning single.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised or wouldn't mind seeing him get a hit right here as well and start this game off, or not start this game off, but start this inning off with a man on first.
Take strike one. 3 hits in the regional. He's 3 for 5 with 2 stolen bases now. And a homer, obviously. Take strike 2. What are you seeing from Jason DeCaro so far, KP?
Yeah, I just think he's working very quickly. He looks like he has 3 pitches, maybe even 4 pitches working for strikes right now, and really has the Sooner offense out of whack. You know, he's throwing that fastball on the outer third of the plate. Just looks like he's doing a really good job of incorporating all of his pitches that he has.
Missed outside, a ball and 2 strikes. DeCaro kicks and fires. Again outside, 2-2. Sooners no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Tar Heels 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. All 6 runs unearned in the first. The 2-2. High chopper to third base, backing up Gallagher, and he can't hang on to it. And that'll be an E5. Gallagher just flat dropped the baseball. He was going to have to hustle because he had to retreat for the bounce. And I think he rushed it a bit, KP.
No, I think you know what it was is the lights.
Oh, he got him?
Yeah, the lights got him because you could tell that before he was about to catch that ball, he kind of moved his glove like he didn't really know where it was. And I bet you on that high bounce right there in the dirt, that those lights right
We've
behind us.
seen some high hops, haven't we, on this dirt?
Yeah,
this is not turf, folks. Jackson Willits, so the Sooners have the leadoff man on. Jackson struck out swinging first time. And takes one low at his shoot tops here. All right, scores around the rest of the country tonight. Underway right now. Bottom of the 7th. Tennessee leads Cincinnati 8-3 in Knoxville. Winner's bracket game there. Clemson up on West Virginia now 5-4. Bottom of the 7th in Clemson. Ball 2 to Willits. Duke continues to lead Georgia 4-2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Winner's bracket game in Athens. Top of the 8th, Florida State up on Mississippi State 7-3. Here's the 2-0 to J. Will. Strike called. Murray State in a winner's bracket game, leading Georgia Tech 10-8 in the 5th inning. A lot of runs in that one.
That game was just 10-2.
Here come the Jackets. 2-1 pitch from DeCaro to Willits. Swung and fouled straight back, 2-2.
We also really need Jackson Willis to kind of step it up for us here soon. I mean, going 0 for 4 yesterday and not really doing much at the plate as of late. We could really use him. I mean, he's in our 4 hole for a reason.
Yeah, had a good week in Hoover. Yet to come alive here in Chapel Hill. Maybe this is the spot. The 2-2. Swings and foul tips it in and out of the glove of Stevenson. Coastal Carolina out to an early 1-0 lead over East Carolina. Headed to the 3rd inning. And Arkansas has a 2-0 lead over Creighton. Bottom of the 2nd inning in Fayetteville. Those are the games going on right now. Carmichael at first with nobody out. He reached on an error. Here comes the 2-2 to Jackson. Swing and a miss. A little late on the fastball there. That's 7 strikeouts for DeCaro. And there's 1 out in the 4th. Dayton Taki still looking for his first hit since returning to the lineup. Struck out first time up. And he takes the first pitch low, off speed pitch.
You know, Toby, when Jackson Willits is going good, he's he's driving that ball to the opposite field. You know, he likes to hit the ball because at OU, he loves to use the wind and drive that ball to the opposite field and have a couple backside home runs. But it seems like that fastball away is really giving him troubles right now.
Taki takes ball 2. Second game this year for OU against an ACC team. Do you remember the other one?
Give me a sec.
You've got time. It was early in the year.
Was it during when we were playing like Oregon State? Was it in that tournament?
It was. Swing and a miss by Taki makes it 2-1.
Who did we play?
Virginia.
Extra. Well, innings. I thought it was Virginia Tech, and I was like, it's not Virginia Tech.
No, it wasn't. It was Virginia, yeah.
Okay.
That was the 12-inning game. 2 balls and a strike to Taki. Takes a strike on the inner half, 2-2. A heavy fastball. When you hear it pop the glove, you'd think it's 99. It's only 91 to 93, but it really thumps in there.
Yeah, it is. It does seem like it gets on you pretty quickly.
Carmichael at first with 1 out. There's the 2-2 to Taki. Ground ball to third, up and off of Gallagher. He picks it up and throws to second. That's all they'll get. He's going to have a strawberry on his shin tomorrow. That ball came up off of him, but he didn't carry him away very far. And he was able to stay composed and get Carmichael. Taki now the runner with 2 outs, and the batter will be Branch.
It was a good swing right there by Dayton Taki.
Yeah, he hit that hard.
Yeah, he hit it really hard, just right at him.
Kyle popped out back in the second inning, 0 for 1. 1 for 5 in the regional. 6-0 Carolina leads it. We're in the top of the 4th. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. Carolina considers themselves to have 3 aces. We saw Jake Knapp, the ACC pitcher of the year, go 8 1/3 scoreless yesterday against Holy Cross. DeCaro looking good here tonight. Their game 3 starter will be Aiden Hauk. Ground ball to shortstop. This will end the inning. Flip on to second, gets Taki. And indeed, the inning is over. Sooners get a base runner to start the inning on the air, but can't move him. Bottom 4 we go. Still 6-0 Carolina. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Homeland brings savings and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Where good grooves and great food are on tap all summer long. Kicking off on June 14th with Josh Turner and Edwin McCain. Along with crave-worthy eats from local food trucks, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets online or at the box office for just $10. Only at Riverwind Casino.
Get your kids into the game and behind the scenes by joining the Sooner Kids Club. Membership includes free admission to over 70 sporting events, a Sooner swag pack featuring a replica football jersey, and VIP experiences all year long. Visit Soonersports.com/Kids Club to join today. Bottom 4 in this winner's bracket showdown. 6-0 Tar Heels. Top of the order, Kane Kepley up for the third time. He is 1 for 2. And he looks at a first pitch too far inside. Kepley has reached twice. Reached on the Dawson Willis error to start the bottom of the first. Singled to start the second inning.
And I wish we had a stopwatch up here. I would love to see get his time going home to first. I mean, it just seems like he's moving down the line, especially from that left-hander's batter's box.
2-0 the count. Tar Heels in the Carolina blue jerseys, white pants tonight. Sooners in the all grays. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. That was pitch number 67 for Witherspoon here in the fourth.
I'm still kind of stuck on, he could have gotten out of that first inning with 5 or 6 pitches.
Yep.
Now I think that would have been huge.
Strike call, 2-2. Take it, the crowd disagreed. Georgia Tech, once down 10-2, has come all the way back to tie up Murray State. 10-10 in the fifth. That one's way high. Full count. Kepley trying to get aboard to start an inning for the third time tonight. Witherspoon so far 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. And here comes the payoff to the center fielder. A little bit low and in, ball 4. Didn't miss by much.
And like I said, though, Toby, I mean, he is a true leadoff guy. Talk about someone at the top of the lineup who just gets on base all the time, regardless of what it is or what it may be, but he's been on base all 3 times today. Just a really good job by the top of the lineup.
He's a Liberty transfer. He was Braden Horton's teammate last year.
Wow.
Jackson Vanderbrake 0 for 2. He has twice hit into a fielder's choice. Runner goes. Pitch is taken. Throw down by Carmichael is not in time. 41st stolen base of the year for Kepley, and watch out, he'll go to third. We saw him do it here yesterday in back-to-back pitches against Holy Cross. The pitch, by the way, to Vanderbrake was a ball. Here's the 1-0. That's in there. Sooners are 9-9 on the road this year. This, of course, a true road game tonight. Actually, no balls, 2 strikes. They've changed the scoreboard now. Here's the 0-2. Misses low. Good block by Easton. The bugaboo that has haunted this team all year, shaky defense in inopportune times. The error tonight, not only costly, it's their 58th of the season and their 14th in the last 8 games. Wow. Geisen thought he struck him out, and when the call, he immediately turned again and walked to second base before he got the ball back. He is not happy with home plate umpire Jeff Wright. He threw a fastball that looked awfully good and didn't get the call. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, curveball, is hit a mile foul. Vanderbrake turned on it, smashed it, but way foul. The blood is running hot for Geisen tonight. 2-2. Fly ball center field. Easy play for Walk. He's drifting back. This will advance Kepley, though, who tags and easily gets the third. 1 out in the inning.
That's a very productive out right there by Jackson Vanderbrake right there. I mean, really good swing, hit it to deep center field, and with Kane Kepley's speed, he was able to safely get to third base right there.
Luke Stevenson has twice flied out to center field. The last time up in the second inning was robbed on a spectacular play by Jason Walk on a sliding catch. Sooners will bring the infield in here with one out. Heads up Kyle Branch and Dayton Taki. Infield in against this guy. First pitch bounces. Great job by Carmichael to wear that off the chest protector. Ball one.
I'm honestly surprised we don't just walk him here and try to get a double play out of it. You know what I mean? We've got our dog and Kyson on the mound. I think he could induce a ground ball double play right here.
And the guy on deck is 2 for 2. Gallagher. 1-0. Ripped to first. Taki on a hop. What a play. He'll freeze the runner at third. Step on the bag for the out. I don't even think Dayton knew he had the baseball.
Not at all. I mean, that ball was absolutely smoked right there.
I mean, blistered. And he stuck the glove and said, look what I found. And then he had the presence of mind to check the runner Kepley at third before stepping on the first base bag. That's 2 outs. Man, what a play by Dayton Taki. Gallagher now 2 for 2, takes a strike.
And that's a pro play right there. For you to be able to be under pressure right there and still look to throw that ball home, you know, that's really good play right there. And that's what we've been missing right there out of Dayton with him not being at first base.
Gallagher, ground ball up the middle. He's 3 for 3, and there's another RBI. Another 2-out hit. And it's 7-0. 8th hit of the game for North Carolina. First run they've scored since the first. First earned run of the game. And they have put a touchdown on the board here in the 4th.
I've never seen so many 2-out hits in my life.
Gavin Gallagher is now 5 for 5 in the regional.
Have a regional.
Stokely has singled and walked. This is the big first baseman. And he takes a breaking ball inside. The Carolina 8 hits tonight, 7 singles, and Angelo's 3-run homer. And Kyson spins and throws to first base. Well, the Sooners had a 7-run lead last night. Saw it get trimmed to 7-4 late. We're still only in the 4th inning. Bit high, 2-0. But Kyson already over 80 pitches. They're going to have to finish this game, the back half of this game, with somebody who doesn't wear number 26 tonight. And the 2-0 is high ball 3. He had a hard time against Stokely last time up. Threw him 4 straight balls. The guy's got a big strike zone. He's a big guy. For whatever reason, Kyson's struggling to find it against him. 7 straight balls to Stokely between the 2 at-bats. The 3-0 is way low, ball 4, and he's walked him again. 3rd walk for Witherspoon. We've reached 9 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Going the way we were hoping so far tonight here in the winners bracket matchup in the Chapel Hill Regional. It's 7-0 North Carolina in the bottom of the 4th. They've scored a run, and they've got runners at first and second with 2 outs for Alex Madera, who grounds the first pitch to second. Kyle Branch throws him out at first, and that ends the inning. Tar Heels get 1. On to the 5th we go. It's 7-0 Tar Heels. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song.
I love these nachos.
I love our kickball league. Ugh. I love this guy.
What's your name?
You know what I love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When is the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. Alongside Kendall Pettis and Sooner Media Relations guru Patrick Dunn in the booth, I'm Toby Rowland. Carly Murray is somewhere.
Down in the dugout, guys.
There she is, down in the dugout.
I don't know if you can see me.
And Jason DeCaro's first pitch to Desan Harris misses outside. 7-0 Tar Heels. 5th inning. Desan's got one of OU's 2 knocks tonight. A second inning single. The 1-0 pitch is a strike.
I would like to see Desan, get another hit for him and start this inning off with a man on first with nobody out. That would be really nice.
Right-hander.
There goes another one.
There's your wish has been granted. Harris again rifles one the other way to left field. He's 2 for 2. And the leadoff man's aboard. What else would you like, KP?
How about 7 more of those?
7 more hits this inning?
This inning.
All right.
Maybe a grand slam in there, too. Then I might just be getting greedy.
I mean, might as well send the order in and see, Drew Dickerson grounded out last time. 0 for 1 tonight. 2 for 4 in the regional with a homer. Dash at first. The pitch. Strike on the outer half. That's a great nickname, by the way.
Dash?
Yeah.
I love it.
He should get free DoorDash.
Imagine if he could.
He has the dash pass, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the dash pass.
The 0-1 to Big Drew.
Uh-oh.
Hit hard. Center field. Kepley back. Seems like he's got a beat on it, and he does. And there's one out. I thought that ball was hit farther than it was.
Yeah, but we also talked about it earlier, how this is a pitcher's ballpark. It doesn't really seem like the ball flies here.
Except to right.
Yeah.
The ball that Carmichael hit last night was absolutely smashed. I mean, it was way up the scoreboard and left. But there have not been a ton of homers, you're right. Here's Dawson Willis, 1 on, 1 out. Popped down his first time up. And the breaking ball misses low and away. That was the 69th pitch of the night for DeCaro. I was mentioning their 3 aces. Their third guy is Houck, Aiden Houck, who no doubt will pitch tomorrow. Their team ERA 3.35, more than a point better than any other team in the ACC this year. So even when you get to the bullpen, doesn't get much better. They're really good there, too. Strike called to Willis, 1-1. I mean, this is a legitimate national title contender and maybe favorite right here, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They are really good. The 1-1? Strike called.
They do really seem to have a complete team. You know, you've got, when you look at the lineup, you've got your leadoff guy who's a really good leadoff guy, and then you have your power hitters in the 3, 4, 5, and then you've got some guys who can hit 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, and then you go and look at the pitching staff, and they've been incredible all season. So they've got a shot for sure.
1-2 is fouled back. They got a catcher that won't let you run.
Yeah.
And they've been average defensively. Not terrible, but not spectacular either. 45 errors on the year. But, you know, we've seen most of the best in the SEC, and not ready to render a complete verdict on North Carolina yet. Throw to first base and dashes back in. But I'm going to guess that by the time we leave Chapel Hill, hopefully with a regional title, that they'll stack up favorably with the Georgias and the LSUs and the Texas of the world that we have seen. And Vanderbilt. The 1-2 again is outside, 2-2. We're in the fifth inning, 7-0 UNC. Desan Harris, a leadoff single. He's at first base now with 1 out. Sooners have had a man on now in 4 of the 5 innings against DeCaro. They haven't pushed one across yet. In fact, they've only had a guy at second base once, and that was Carmichael back in the first. Pop foul out of play by Dawson. Time to build a rally here. Start to give Sooner fans a little hope in this game. 2-2 pitch coming to Dawson Willis. A little bit outside with the fastball, full count. The ascend Desan Harris here, knowing Dawson Willis has high strikeout numbers.
I was thinking that myself. I say you do. Desan has good enough speed where I wouldn't be too concerned.
Not running, high chopper to third, backing up Gallagher. He throws to second, and on a hop, nice play by Vanderbrake for the out. That was not a good throw from Gallagher. He bounced it, but Vanderbrake able to field it off the bounce, and they get the lead runner for out number 2. He almost threw that into right field.
Well, I was also going to say, I think that's why you do send Desan right there, because I don't think he gets Dawson out at first on a play like that. You know, he's backing up, and that's a hot chopper. Dawson's got speed going down first base line. I don't think he gets neither one of them if we send Desan.
Jason Walk 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. 1 for 6 so far in the regional. Willis, the runner at first. First pitch swinging, fly ball into left. Pretty well hit. Back to the track, French. In front of the wall, has it. And the inning is over. Gave it a good ride, but French got there. Sooners leave a man halfway home on a Saturday night in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's 7-0 Tar Heels. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son Ricky took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Sooner Baseball brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. And the University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. Speaking of Sooner Sports Properties, those guys do a great job. Don't you agree, Carly?
Thanks so much, Toby. I appreciate the shout out. Just something to note, guys, Sam Christensen isn't at first base.
Huh. Yeah, neither one of us saw that.
Don't love that. Strike one to Tyson Bass. Is Taki okay, Carly? Can we tell?
I'm not sure, guys. He's taken into the back.
Oh, boy. So Sam Christensen now at first base. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss by Bass, 0-2. Well, let's hope that Dayton is okay. Bass, 1 for 2, singled and scored and drove in a run back at the first. Kyson's 0-2 to him is outside. Malachi is over there probably not saying this, but maybe thinking it. It's not so easy when you go second, is it? No, I'm sure he's not thinking that at all. The 1-2. Foul tipped off the glove of Easton.
He's probably more upset than Kyson right now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, guys, absolutely. It's been really great to see his support. He has been very verbal in the dugout, cheering him on, even cheering on the offense, hoping that they can get some momentum going, guys. He's a really good leader on this team.
Fouled back again by Bass. Kyson now over 90 pitches. We got Jamie hit up in the... that might be Gavin.
Good eye by you, Toby. That is Gavin.
Gavin Jones up in the Sooner bullpen. Leadoff man in the North Carolina fifth. The 1-2 is inside.
Carly, I know it's getting a little chilly down there. You need a jacket or anything? You're all good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm braving it out.
Carly loves the dugout. Every time we come to like Carly, you could go here, you could go there. We can't get her out of the dugout. She loves the dugout.
I will say this ballpark's a little bit more difficult.
Uh-oh. Long fly ball to left. Gamble back, and he'll watch it. Home run. Tyson Bass. 8-0 Carolina. His 10th. Second they've hit tonight.
Really good swing right there by Tyson Bass. Looked like he got a hanging slider or some hanging breaking ball and really just put the barrel to it and sent it pretty far up that netting going out there in left field.
Kyson had given up 6 home runs all year coming into tonight. 2 tonight. This guy has the other one. Sam Angelo back at the first. And a strike is called.
Yeah, and Toby, you really have to give credit to I wouldn't necessarily say the bottom part of the lineup, but the lower 2/3 of the lineup here for your Tar Heels. I mean, they've done most of the damage.
A ball and a strike to Angelo. Yeah, from Gallagher down hits the 4-hole hitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of their 9 hits. And that one is low, 2-1. Tyson's night probably pretty close to the end. Still 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 96 pitches into this game. Angelo struck out last time up against him. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is low, ball 3. Well, Kyson has at times carried this team on his back this year. This weekend, he needs them to carry him. Malachi was great last night, and it's going to have to be Cade Crossland and the bullpen, if they're going to get out of Chapel Hill, that go above and beyond the rest of the way. Strike called, full count.
Yeah, you're right, Toby. I mean, Kyson has done a heck of a job all season long. And for him to have some troubles and some struggles in this game, you really are going to have to see the pitching staff come together and really do a good job this weekend.
3-2 is hit well, center field. Jason Walk back at the track, leaps, and that's gone. Straight away center field, he just snuck it over the 400 sign. A home run for Angelo, his second of the game. He had 2 all year coming into tonight. And it's 9-0 Carolina. And here comes Skip Johnson. And that's probably going to be the night for Kyson Witherspoon. And the Carolina fans heard a whole lot about the fact that Oklahoma saved Kyson for them. And they are thrilled that their guys have punished him here tonight. We've got our first Serta Pro Painters pitching change of the night. 9-0 Carolina. We'll tell you about the new Sooner arm on next. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
I'm Mike Rohn. The last time I was back here in Oklahoma, I got to hang out with some local rock stars. Maybe you've seen these guys. They drill 2.5 miles straight down through the rock and then 3 miles out in various directions to find the oil and natural gas we all still need. In other words, these rock stars used to have to dig dozens of individual wells, but now, with horizontal drilling, they only need to dig one. That's a song I can sing along with. Check out the rock stars of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas and enjoy their latest hits at oerb.com/micro.
At Fowler Toyota of Norman, we believe buying a car should be easy. That's why we have expert staff available to help you find new and certified pre-owned vehicles at prices that fit your budget. With hassle-free test drives and transparent pricing, you can take your time making the right decision. Visit us at Fowler Toyota of Norman, where we keep things simple, just the way car buying should be.
Pitching change brought to you by Serta Pro Painters. Are you looking to make a change in your home? The professionals at Serta Pro Painters can help. Mention this ad, get 10% off your interior or exterior painting. From Serta Pro Painters, call 405-990-8521. It is Gavin Jones on out of the Sooner bullpen here in the 5th. 9-0 Carolina. First appearance of the regional for Gavin. 21st appearance of the year. He has started 1 game. He's 1-0 with a 5.93 ERA. 26 strikeouts and 6 walks on the year for the lefty. Sophomore out of White Oak, Texas. And he is going to try to quiet these red-hot Carolina bats, who have now homered 3 times tonight.
Yeah, and they are really hot. I mean, we had our guy Kyson Witherspoon on the mound today, and they kind of just made it seem like he was just some mediocre guy, you know. I mean, putting 9 runs up on him, even though a couple of those are unearned, but just to see, you know, an outburst in offense like this from the Tar Heels is very impressive.
Guy guys, something to note, Dayton Talkie is out of the locker room and he's hanging over the dugout, guys, so it doesn't seem to be too bad, whatever's going on.
No boot or anything?
No boot. He's in his tennis shoes right now.
Thank you, Carly. Carter French, the batter, 9-hole hitter, lefty. He takes ball 1 from Jones. Nobody out here in the 5th. Back-to-back home runs to start this inning from Bass and Angelo. Ground ball to shortstop, two hopper to Willits. Throw is on target to Christensen. And there's one away. And we'll try to find out more about the status of Dayton Talkie in the postgame tonight. But curious that he left in the middle of this one. Back to the top of the order, Kepley. Single and a walk. He has stolen a base and scored a run. That's grounded to first. Sam's got it. Easy play. Steps on the bag. 2 outs. 2 straight ground ball outs for Gavin Jones.
Good job right here by Gavin Jones to come in and throw some strikes and get some guys working in the infield.
Jackson Vandebreak now. He's 0 for 3. And that one is taken high. Sooners, last time they gave up double-digit runs, and they've only given up 9 so far tonight, but was Georgia. Remember that second game of the Georgia series, the 10-9 game? Swing and a miss. OU was way down. I think it was 9-2 at one point. Came all the way back to get within a run at 10-9. That's the last time they gave up double-digit runs to an opponent. It's only happened 6 times all year. The 1-1 pitch is a strike at the knees. Dallas Baptist scored 11 on him in Dallas. South Carolina put 11 on him in the one game OU lost there. Mississippi State scored 11 in a game OU won, a 13-11 game in Norman. LSU scored 10. There's a foul ball out of play. Vanderbilt in the series finale to avoid a sweep scored 13. And in the Georgia 10 spot, that was April 25th, so over a month ago since OU gave up double digits, and haven't done it here tonight yet. It's 9-0, but knocking on the door of that. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Nice job by Gavin Jones out of the pen. He retires 3 straight, inning over. We march on to the 6th inning Saturday night, 9-0 Tar Heels. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was a whole range of emotions. There's stuff I still want to do. Being a young dad, it's not giving up. It's shifting. I look through his eyes. I can envision the whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. My life is now devoted to his life.
Through all of fatherhood's firsts, never stop being a dad. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. Trey Gamble leads off, swing and a miss at the first pitch he sees from Jason DeCaro. Sixth inning, 9-0 Tar Heels. Gamble 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Takes the next pitch outside. Reminder, barring a comeback, the Sooners will play at 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow in an elimination game against Nebraska once again. That one's inside, 2-1 the count. That would mean 10:30 pregame coverage for you right here on Sooner Radio. And in all likelihood, it would be surprising if it's not Cade Crossland on the mound for OU. Sooners beat the Huskers 7-4 here last night. 2-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. And you got to win that one to stay alive. If you do, you'd play again tomorrow night against North Carolina again. Here's the pitch to Gamble. Struck him out for the third time. That's 8 of them for DeCaro.
Yeah, DeCaro's been just amazing all day long. I mean, that was a changeup right there, and you kind of just can tell that he's had all 3 pitches or however many pitches he has and he's just been throwing them for strikes. And we haven't really made him feel uncomfortable at all this game. He's just done a really good job of, going up there, getting up there, and getting on the mound and throwing strikes.
Carmichael takes one low. Easton's been on both at-bats, singled and stole a base in the first, and reached on the Carolina error tonight in the fourth. That was by their third baseman, Gallagher. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Georgia now down 6-2 in the 9th inning to Duke. There's another base hit for Carmichael, rifled into center field. Another multi-hit game. 4th hit tonight for OU. Carmichael now 4 for 7 in the regional.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball really well, and he's just one of those guys that's gonna always hit. I think you said this before too, Toby, but you haven't really seen him go into a slump at all this whole season. He's
steady
hit.
Eddie.
Yes, for sure, man. It's crazy.
Here's a bat. As you mentioned, KP, the Sooners need to wake up here in Chapel Hill if they're going to make a run. Jackson Willits 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs tonight. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. Had a really good week in Hoover. Hasn't yet got it going here in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, I think he just needs to go back to simplifying everything. Him and his father and Reggie Willis talk all the time about driving that ball to the opposite field, and I think that's his bread and butter right there.
The 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. Fastball. 1 out, Easton at first base. Sooners have been out hit 10-4. Both teams have an error. Long hold by DeCaro. Now the 0-2, and he misses high. Now the shortstop, Madera, and the third baseman, Gallagher, switch places. They're both playing up the middle. They got the big full shift on Jackson. If he had the ability to lay down a 2-strike bunt down the third base line, he could get a double out of it. 1-2. There's a line drive into left field. He hit it the other way, and it's a base hit. Easton takes a big turn, but he'll slam on the brakes. And Jackson Willits gets his first knock in Chapel Hill. Back-to-back singles from Carmichael and Jay Will.
Yeah, and that's a really good sight to see right there. I'm telling you, that's where he likes to drive the ball. That's where his swing is best, is when he's able to drive it to the left center and left field and left side of the field right there. I mean, that was a really good swing, especially with 2 strikes.
Yeah, guys, something strength and conditioning coach Tim Overman just mentioned to me. Jackson Willicks just switched up the bat that time, trying to switch up the juju a little bit. KP, have you ever done that before?
Yeah, I've done that before, but I also noticed that I didn't want to say anything until after the AB was over.
Sorry,
but I also no, you're fine. I'm glad you picked it out because I definitely did peep that as well.
Sam Christensen's first at bat of the regional came in to play first base for Dayton Taki. First pitch, swing and a miss. 243 average, 6 home runs, 44 walks. Sam now has passed Trey Gamble for the top on-base percentage on the team. He's at 458 coming into play tonight. The 0-1 is low. Sooners looking to scratch their first run across. Carmichael at second, Willits at first with 1 out.
Yeah, and it's only the top of the 6th inning. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing us being able to put 2 or 3 runs here and try to limit this damage a little bit.
The 1-1 is hit hard into center field. Kepley racing back, looks up. It's off the wall. It gets pinned at the bottom of the wall. Carmichael rounds third. He'll score. They're going to hold up Willits. It's an RBI double for Sam Christensen to the base of the wall in center field. And Oklahoma's on the board. It's 9-1. That ball was tattooed.
Yeah, it was. That ball was smoked to center field right there by Sam Christensen. I mean, an absolute rocket off the bat. And so, really good job right there by Sam to really drive that ball to deep center and really get the Sooners on the board right there. Exactly what we needed.
At an NCAA regional, as we're going to have a visit to the mound here, you have to play the fight song of whoever scores. And so Boomer Sooner being played in the stadium to absolutely no fanfare as Oklahoma's on the board, and they've made it 9-1. Bryant Gaines, not Ryan Gaines, Bryant Gaines is the North Carolina pitching coach. And he has gone out to talk to Jason DeCaro, who had given up 3 hits all game until this inning and has now given up 3 in a row to Carmichael, Willits, and Taki. Kyle Branch will be the batter here with still only 1 out in the inning. And there were 3 hard-hit balls, too.
Yeah, they really were. And with Cal already having a couple hard-hit balls this weekend, I wouldn't mind seeing him get a 2 RBI single right here.
He got one of those last night. Grounded one through the right side of the infield to plate a pair. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Jackson Willits at third base, Sam Christensen at second. DeCaro, 90th pitch of the night, headed to the plate. And it's low and inside. DeCaro, the tall right-hander, set. And the 1-0 is low, 2-0. Stevenson smothers it. If your major league team of choice is looking for a catcher out there, this might be a guy they have their eye on in the draft this year. This guy's a good one.
Yeah, we could use everybody we could get right now.
You need everything in Chicago, don't you?
We need everything. Jeez.
Here's the 2-0. Ground ball to the right side. That'll score a run. Second baseman Vandenbrink throws to first to get Branch. Willits scores, and it's 9-2. Kyle Branch's third run batted into the regional.
Good there by Kyle Branch. Just putting bat on the ball and at least getting one more run in for the Sooners. So, we're doing a better job of, playing some baseball, moving the guys over, putting the ball in play, and getting guys in.
Sam moves to third, and now with 2 outs, Desan Harris, who is 2 for 2 tonight. He has twice singled the other way to left field against DeCaro. First pitch of this at-bat is taken low. Nine to 2. Chip away, KP. Chip away. Crowd trying to help DeCaro, probably in his last inning of work. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Gallagher at third. About a foot behind the grass, just in case Desan tries to lay one down that way. Now he creeps in a little bit more. The 1-1. Ground ball to second. Right at Van de Break. Throws to first. That ends the inning. Sooners, though, get a pair. They're on the board. Bottom six we go. It's now 9-2 North Carolina in the Chapel Hill Regional Winners Bracket. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Cruise In Auto Spa, Norman's Car Wash, Detail, and Oil Change Center, where you can get the 7-day clean car guarantee. Now you can join the Cruise In Mobile Text Club. Text OU Free Wash to 855-592-0764 and receive a free car wash courtesy of Cruise In Auto Spa. Located at 1235 West Main in Norman, make sure to visit their website for more information, cruiseinautospa.com. Messaging and data rates may apply.
Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays. Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Visit poweredbyokcareertech.com to begin your career development journey today. 9-2 Carolina as we move to the bottom of the sixth. Gavin Jones back out. We were having a debate during that commercial break.
Yeah, we were.
NCAA will, I've seen this at various postseason events, they'll flash up a part of the country on the video board, and they say, cheer if you're from this part of the country. The Northeast, the South, the Southwest, Midwest, whatever the case may be. And North was one of them. First pitch is swung on and fouled by Stevenson.
And they started booing
the North. And you took offense at that because you're from Chicago, and I said, I don't think Chicago's in the North. I think Chicago's in the Midwest, and you said you think it's in the North.
I think it's in the North.
So we need the listeners to let us know. Is Chicago in the North or the Midwest? Pitch is taken for a ball, 1-1.
I think Pat made a good inference right here when he said that, yes, and when you talk about the state of Illinois as a whole, okay, yeah, you could say it's the Midwest, but I think Chicago, I mean, it's at the very top of Illinois as well.
It is, yeah.
So I think you consider it
foul ball 1-2. I could see the argument.
Hopefully we get some listeners.
At T-Row-OU, let us know. Is Chicago in the North or the Midwest? We need him to show that little thing again because we could see what states they would have up there for that thing. They are definitely, like in football, they are in the NFC North. No. NFC Central. No, North.
NFC North.
Yeah. The North Division. A ball and 2 strikes to Luke Stevenson. The pitch, a little bit inside, 2-2. Stevenson, 0 for 3 tonight, and the Sooners have played great defense against him. A sliding catch in center field by Jaywalk back in the second, and then the Taki play at first was the defensive play of the night so far back in the 4th inning. Chops that one foul again. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, and he's definitely had some tough luck today. I mean, he's hit the ball hard twice today and just doesn't really have anything to show for it.
Left on left matchup against Gavin Jones. The
2-2 again. Low and away. I mean, I'm getting some personal texts. Through the years, I have wrongfully given some people my cell phone, and they take advantage by texting me in the middle of broadcast, much to my dismay. This one says Chicago's in the central time zone. It's in the Midwest. Oh, he hit him on the 3-2. Leadoff man aboard for Carolina.
Now, this might be a dumb question, but is there a northern time zone?
That is a dumb question, and no, there's not a northern time zone. I'm just kidding. It's not a dumb question.
Okay, that's what. So then, why that makes no sense then?
There's
so Sean
East,
King,
Central, Pacific, and Mountain.
Yeah. So Sean King. I don't know why. I mean, that makes no sense. There's no northern time zone, so you can't say that.
Yeah, because I would consider North Dakota in the north, and they're in the central time.
Yeah,
I would consider
that's what I'm
Montana in the north.
There's no northern.
But they're
time
kind of in the west, I guess. I don't know.
Hey.
This probably is more going to come down to where did you draw the old Civil War boundaries between North and South in most people's minds. Gavin Gallagher, 3 for 3, takes strike one. My wife.
No, he made it seem like it was a northern
Like
time zone.
like they're not in the north
That's why
time
I
zone.
knew it wasn't a northern time zone, but like he made it seem like there was a northern time zone.
Pitch is high, 1-1. You're from Chicago, so I'm not here to tell you what it's considered. What do people in Chicago, do they consider themselves from the north?
Well, we consider the Midwest.
Well, what are we arguing about? What are we arguing about? That's what I said.
I think we look more so at the state being in the Midwest.
The 1-1's a strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
But I think if you ask about Chicago, I would say the north.
The answer, if you're from Chicago, is the Cubs are from the north,
yes,
and the White Sox are from the south.
Yes,
that's what they would tell you. Leadoff man Stevenson on with nobody out after being hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-2 to Gallagher. Bounced it. And it took a second for Carmichael to find it, so Stevenson took off, and he got in before the throw from Carmichael got down there. That's a wild pitch. Runner in scoring position. Carolina trying to get one of those runs back. The Sooners just got in the top of the 6th. It's 9-2 UNC.
Guys, Braden Horton just ran down to the bullpen with some catcher's gear on. He's probably warming up with somebody now.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Second one for Gavin Jones. He's looked sharp since coming on.
And that was a really good pitch right there. I think that was the changeup at 88 miles an hour there. Really good pitch right there on the outer third of the park. Had Gavin Gallagher out in front swinging.
Stokely, he's been on all 3 times, a single and 2 walks tonight. Runner at second, 1 out. First pitch left on left, tied him up, swing and a miss. This is one of the guys, if you're looking ahead to next year, folks, it's not time to do that yet, but we're having conversation here in a lopsided game right now. If you're looking ahead to who could be weekend rotation guys for OU next year, ground ball to third base. Dawson Willis looks the runner back, throws across for out number 2. Well, one, bet your bottom dollar OU's going to be active in the transfer portal. So there's probably some guys out there that we've never heard of yet who have a chance to be in the weekend rotation. But guys currently on the roster, this guy's one of them. Gavin Jones. Skip likes him a lot. Big left-handed arm who is good right now, and he feels like give him another year to work with him, and he has a chance to be great.
Yeah, I like Gavin Jones a lot, too. I think that fastball is pretty electric, and I even heard it was up in 5 to 6 range back in the fall, and so for him to be for it to be a little bit less, for it to be a little lower right now, that's all right, but hopefully we can get it back up in the 5 or 6 range.
5 or 6 meaning 95, 96 miles an hour. Here's the 1-0. Bounced it, 2-0. Madera, 1 for 3, had an RBI single back in the first. This is a left-handed loaded lineup tonight anyway for Carolina. 6 lefties stacked in the lineup against Witherspoon. Now they're facing a lefty. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Sooners have won 36 games on the year. That is the 3rd most in a season in the Skip Johnson era. 2-1 is fouled out of play. They won 38 back in his first year in 2018. That's the team that went to the Tallahassee Regional. Excuse me, 4th most. They won 40 last year. The team that hosted the Norman Regional. And then, of course, your team that played for the national championship, KP, won 45 back in 2022. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Madera. Runner at second. The pitch. Ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Gamble charges. Stevenson rounds third. Throw to the plate is cut off. Run scores. And it's 10-2. And another 2-out RBI single for Carolina. Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Toby. I was going to say, I really do wonder how many 2-out RBIs they have today. I mean, it's got to be a lot.
We can figure that out. 8 of the 10 runs have been scored with 2 outs. The only 2 that weren't were the back-to-back homers to start the 5th inning. Here's Tyson Bass. He homered last time up. He's 2 for 3. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. Well, you got to regroup in a hurry. Barring a Sooner Magic finish to this game, got to sleep fast. They'll be up and at 'em early, getting ready for a 11 a.m. first pitch tomorrow against Nebraska, and you're going to have to win twice tomorrow. High fly into right. Deshaun Harris toward the line, and he's got it, and that ends the inning. Carolina gets 1. We head to the 7th in this winner's bracket showdown with North Carolina leading now 10-2. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the OU Community Cornerstone Partners of Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too. Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Sooner Sports Podcast is your all-access audio pass to Sooner Sports. Find exclusive content like post-game coverage, coaches' shows, and classic broadcasts, all on the Sooner Sports Podcast, presented by Allstate and the Riverwind Casino. Ball 1 to Drew Dickerson to start the 7th inning. Sooners down 10-2 to North Carolina. Dickerson 0 for 2 tonight. Swings and foul tips that one. An inside fastball. Still Jason DeCaro on the mound. North Carolina still yet to allow a run in the regional. I'm sorry, Carly. Go ahead.
No, sorry, Toby. I walked down to the Sooners bullpen in between innings and saw Bo Sampson warming up a bit, guys.
Big lefty getting loose. 1-1 pitch to Drew, and there's a ground ball base hit into right field. Leadoff single for Dickerson, his third hit of the regional.
Yeah, and have a regional, Dickie. I mean, he's been pretty locked in all the whole series, and he's just done a really good job of driving the ball to all parts of the field, and he's hit the ball really hard all weekend long.
All three hits the other way. That might be it for DeCaro. Here comes his head coach, Scott Forbes, and he has already indicated he wants to make a Serta Pro Painters pitching change. He didn't say that. I am. So we'll take a break. Oklahoma, just 7 bloops and a blast away from tying this thing. We got a pitching change. New Tar Heel on when we come back. This is Sooner Baseball from Deerfield.
Hello, this is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is. We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer. Now through June 2nd, we have a great selection of Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, and more.
Your summer starts here. I'm a pet sitter, and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas.
Stop, Sebastian. Goldie is not dinner.
Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Pitching change brought to you by Serta Pro Painters. Are you looking to make a change in your home? The professionals at Serta Pro Painters can help. Mention this ad, get 10% off your interior or exterior painting from Serta Pro Painters. Call 405-990-8521. So Olin Johnson is on for North Carolina. Right-hander, sophomore out of Bellingham, Washington. Came a long ways to go to school, Mr. Johnson did. He has started 2 games for them. This is his 14th time in relief. 2-0 record and a 3.14 ERA. In 28 and 2/3 innings, he has 20 strikeouts, 14 walks. Opponents have hit .212 against him. And the night is done for Jason DeCaro, and he was pretty dadgum solid, KP.
Yeah, he was really good for the Tar Heels, man. He did a really good job of really limiting this Sooner offense, who was really hot yesterday, to only 2 runs and 7 hits. So really, really kudos to him, and really good job by him to be able to come in here in front of a really big crowd and a home crowd and just kind of shut that Sooner offense down.
He inherits Drew Dickerson at first base with nobody out in the 7th. Carolina leading 10-2 in this winner's bracket battle. Dawson Willis, the hitter, 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch is a fastball strike at 89. Another tall righty. North Carolina is one of those schools, kind of like some others we've seen, LSU and Georgia this year, where they have a rule you have to be 6'5" to pitch for them. The 0-1, swing and a foul tip, 0-2. Olin Johnson, 6'6", 230.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Dawson, 2 for 6 in the regional. Got a battle now, down 2 strikes. Johnson kicks and fires, and foul ball back to the screen in front of us. Crowd of 5,000 or so here tonight. A few dozen of them at the top of the field hockey bleachers beyond the right field wall. The stands of the field hockey stadium back up to the baseball field. 0-2 is low. And I have no idea if you have to pay to get out there or if it's open and whoever wants to cram in there can. But, I mean, they're shoulder to shoulder across what do you think, 40, 50 feet out there?
Yeah, I bet you they probably don't have to pay for that out there.
I wouldn't think so. Ground ball to second. High chopper, waiting for the second hop. Vandebreg. His only play is to first, and he gets Dawson Willis. Dickerson moves up. 4-3 on the putout. So that's assuming they're watching for free. They're beyond the right field wall, beyond the trees, but kind of at the top of the tree level, so you can, think section 405, only up in the air 20 feet or so and backed away from the fence. They're watching out there. Jason Walk 0 for 3. Hit one to the warning track in left field last time up. Takes a ball. And then for some reason, you can see through the fence here in right field, right down the right field line. They've cut out some viewing panels where you can see through it, and there are fans seated out there on benches and pop-up chairs looking through the right field fence. I don't know how you get there. I don't know if that's a paid seat or not. There's a strike, 1-1.
I think I like that spot out there too. It's because you're pretty close to the game, and you get to really be really close to the right fielder as well. And you can kind of just sit and relax and have a chair at eyesight level and be able to just chill out.
1-1 is hit sharply to second. Backhand stop. Vandebreg sets and throws to first. They get Walk. Nice play. 2 outs. On to third goes Dickerson. He scalded that baseball, but Vandebreg got there.
Yeah, we've seen some really good defense here, especially tough on Jason Walk. He's scalded a couple baseballs this weekend and just hasn't really had anything to show for it.
Trey Gamble now with 2 outs and Dickerson at third base. There's a building down the left field line beyond the wall that I'm told is an equipment shed. And you've probably seen it on some fly balls. There's a North Carolina logo on the front of it. Swing and a miss. What I don't know is there's, to the right of that, there looks like a deer stand. And there's about 8 guys sitting in there watching the game. I don't know what that is. Is it a suite?
Let me take a look.
Is that the grounds crew? That's the kind of thing, if we could ever get Carly out of the dugout, we would have her investigate. Who are those guys? No balls and 2 strikes to Trey Gamble.
I can see if I can get over there. I know pre-game they kind of have that outfield wall open a little bit so you can easily walk through, but
yeah,
I think I would have to go outside the stadium, so I may be able to do that unless they have it fenced off.
No balls, 2 strikes to Gamble. That one bounces up there, blocked by Stevenson. Maybe tomorrow would be maybe in the daylight, Carly. I don't know what kind of creatures roam North Carolina at night.
Probably some.
You leave the stadium and go through the trees out there. I don't want to be responsive. You don't have any. You didn't bring any bear spray or anything, did you?
No, you're right. Yeah, my parents would probably be mad at you if I did that.
Probably
listening to us right now.
Gamble stays alive with a foul ball. Drew Dickerson at third base with 2 outs here. Sooners down 10-2, trying to get a run home here. Dickerson singled to start this inning, and he's moved around to third base on a couple of ground ball outs. One ball and 2 strikes the count. Trey Gamble. Here it comes. Ground ball up the middle. Got a chance, and it's into center field, a base hit. That'll score a run. RBI 2-out single for Trey Gamble. Makes it 10-3.
That's a good sight right there for Trey. I mean, especially having 3 strikeouts today. After having 3 strikeouts today, for him to get a 2-out RBI single right there, that's a really good look.
26th run batted into the year. We have almost reached 10 o'clock now here in the Eastern Time Zone. Let's pause quickly, 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. First pitch to Easton Carmichael, lined into left field and caught by Carter French. He hit it hard, but French got there, and that ends the inning. And the Sooners get 1. Time to stretch here at Boshamer Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Hal Smith Restaurant Group. 10-3, North Carolina leads it. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on.
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Mom, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know, but when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think, know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think, know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you want to better understand how oil and natural gas power modern life, let Mike Rowe, America's storyteller, introduce you to the people who make it all happen. Go watch their stories, oerb.com/Mike Rowe. Mike's adding new videos all the time. 10-3 now, Carolina, bottom of the 7th. And a new pitcher on for OU, it's Big Bo Sampson. His first appearance of the postseason, 12th of the year. 1-0 with a 1.93 ERA. 9 strikeouts, 9 walks in 9 innings for Bo.
No matter what the score is right now, I know this is probably a special feeling right here for Bo. Being able to throw in this NCAA tournament right now against a really good team in North Carolina.
And the first pitch to Sam Angelo is high. Bo Sampson, sophomore from St. George, Utah, out of Salt Lake Community College. The 1-0 is a strike. Sam Angelo, 2 home runs tonight off of Kyson Witherspoon. A 3-run shot in the first and a solo shot to straightaway center field in the 5th. He had 2 all season coming into play tonight.
Baseball is a crazy sport.
Outside, 3 balls and a strike.
But when you think about it, though, I mean, the kid's got a little bit of juice. And in 20 hits on the season and 4 of them are home runs, that's about...
Walked it.
Every 5 hits is a home run, so... And he's a big boy up there, and he's a lefty bat, so he's got a little bit of juice.
I'm just reading your text message, and I'm ashamed. I'm not going to share it over the airwaves, but...
I just had a question.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Carter French 0 for 3. Takes one outside from Bo.
Never texting y'all during a broadcast again.
Man. I hope that aura isn't rubbing off on the guys down there. You know what I mean?
Like, geez.
Yeah. Angelo, the runner at first. French shows bunt, takes a strike, 1-1. We have the broadcast on the air, and then we have the broadcast that only exists in our text group with each other.
Yep.
That one is much more entertaining. 1 ball and 1 strike. French squares to bunt. Takes it low, and it got through Carmichael to the backstop. Wild pitch. Angelo to second. Well, in the 6th inning, the Sooners scored a couple of runs. But then in the bottom of the 6th, hit Stevenson and got him to second on a wild pitch, and he was able to come around and score. Seventh inning, the Sooners score a run and immediately walk Angelo and Wild pitch him to second. And now they're going to pinch run for him. And he receives an ovation coming off the field. Reese Holbrook is the pinch runner. So he's at second with nobody out. And a 2-1 count to French. He's trying to sacrifice here. Squares again and takes it high, and again off the glove of Carmichael to the backstop. And on to third goes goes Holbrook. Back-to-back Wild pitches, and now French doesn't need to sacrifice him and try to get him home.
Yeah, with Bo Sampson scuffling a little bit here on the mound, it does seem like Michael Catalano is up in that bullpen getting warmed up.
Infield in. Nobody out in the inning. 3 balls and a strike to count to French. The pitch. Line drive, base hit center field. Holbrook trots home to make it 11-3. Here comes Skip. And that's going to do it for Bo. Sooners going to make a Serta Pro Painters pitching change. 11-3 Carolina, bottom 7. New Sooner pitcher on when we come back here in Chapel Hill. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey there, I'm singer-songwriter Lainey Wilson. On my Whirlwind World Tour, I've lost count of the miles, the roads, twists, turns, pit stops, and drive-thrus we've been through. But wherever the road takes me, I'm never too far from a taste of home, thanks to Whataburger and my favorite, the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuit. Open all day and all night with food that makes us feel like we're from here, wherever here is. Say it with me now. What a burger!
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Michael Catalano on for the Sooners here in the bottom of the 7th. 11-3, North Carolina in front. The freshman out of Frisco, Texas, getting his first regional action. He is the 4th pitcher of the night for Oklahoma. Catalano, 21st appearance of the year, 2-1 with a 4.50 ERA. All right, let's play head coach, KP.
Okay.
Assuming you don't rally to win here, and hopefully they do.
Okay.
You got Crossland still to go. You could throw him tomorrow morning. And you need 2 more wins after that. So what's your game plan the rest of the way?
So
you haven't. Go ahead.
No, what were you about to add?
Oh well, you got you started Barfield in Hoover, so that is, and he's been very good in 2 short starts this year. But if you want to go the bullpen route with him leading off, that's a possibility.
Well, if you win this game, you only have to win 1 more game. But I mean, when you think about it, with having to actually have to win 5 games if you lose this game, you're gonna have to throw some.
You got to win 4, but you're gonna have to play 5.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play 5, and so you're gonna have to throw some guys in there. I think you got to go Crossland tomorrow because you got to get that first win.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's win or go home for the rest of the time, and I think you go Crossland, and then I think if we don't have to use Jamie Hitt, he started for us before.
Yeah.
I think you go either Jamie or Barfield for that second game, especially with North Carolina having so many lefties in this lineup.
Right.
I think you have to go one of your lefties. I think you have to try to save one of those lefties for North Carolina after that Nebraska game.
First pitch from Catalano to Kepley is high. There any chance? I'm just throwing out. I think my answer to this is no. But any chance you try to bullpen the first game tomorrow and save Crossland for the night game? Or
I thought about that too, but that's why I'm not the head coach.
The 1-0 is pop foul. I mean, I think the answer to that's no, because you wouldn't want to get eliminated here and not get to throw Crossland.
Exactly.
The Barfield bullpen combination, though, has been very good.
I like it.
Twice, it's been very good. So it's not like you would be,
Well, and Barfield's good, too, and I think he's a kid that loves the big light, like the spotlight.
Right.
He's someone who, even in, Skip said he saw him play in the state championship game.
Ground ball to first base. Nice job by Christensen. He throws to second to get the lead. Runner back to first, not in time. Had a backhand short hop pickup by Sam at first. Threw out French at second. Kepley now the runner with 1 out.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good play right there by Sam. On a short hop, backhand short hop, he's able to scoop it up and kind of throw that ball off his back foot and get that out at second base. Really good play.
I think you got to go Crossland.
You do.
In the morning. And then, maybe it's not such a bad idea to try to bullpen Carolina so that they don't get to see, you don't get to see a guy more than one time through the lineup. You keep changing the looks at him or something. But you can't risk not using Cade Crossland. I think you got to throw him to stay alive tomorrow.
I think it's one of those things too where,
and then you still got Monday. We got
exactly.
The Monday.
Well, you're going to have a special outing by somebody. Somebody's going to have to go a long time.
Good point.
Somebody's going to have to be really special.
Well, remember last year you had Grant Stevens have the start of his year. First pitch is low to Vanderbrake, and then the next game, it was Jet Lotus who came out and had the best start of his career.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it's going to take some Sooner magic. But I'm just kind of thinking about when we were in Gainesville a few years ago in 2022.
Ground ball up the middle, slowly hit. Branch steps on the bag for one, throw to first, ring it up. That's a double play. 4-3 double play ends the inning. We'll pick up this conversation when we come back. Carolina gets 1. We go to the 8th, 11-3 Tar Heels. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
While other dealers are offering the same deals, you'll get more at Bob Moore Ford. Right now, get employee pricing on over 500 new Ford trucks, Broncos, and SUVs. Plus, Bob Moore gives you 1 year of maintenance included. Get Ford employee pricing now and maintenance included for the next year only at Bob Moore Ford. Conveniently located on Southeast 89th and I-35. Or browse our entire selection online at bobmooreford.com. Offer ends 6/2/25.
Homeland brings savings and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shake's Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Aleworks, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. And the best place to gear up for game day is the Sooner Shop, the official fan shop of OU Athletics. Visit them in-store on the west side of Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, or online at shop.soonersports.com. Carolina up 11-3 as we go to the 8th, and they've got a new pitcher on. Number 15, Cameron Paget. Right-hander. 6'3" out of Salisbury, North Carolina. Third pitcher of the night used by Carolina. And he's got an 8-run lead. So Cameron Padgett is on. And he'll start by facing Jackson Willits. All right, continuing that conversation. So you got two pretty good options, you feel, depending on what order you like them in. First pitch is high. Cade Crossland and the Jaden Barfield option. You're going to need another one if you're going to win this thing.
Yeah, and it kind of just it took me back to that time where in Gainesville they brought in
swinging a foul tip.
Not the first game, but the game where Florida had to win for them to stay in the tournament, and they didn't get a good outing from the guy that started. He actually loaded the bases with nobody out in the first inning, and we were like, "Oh, we're about to go to the Supers."
Strike call.
And then they bring in this lefty throwing 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm not talking about like 75, 78.
Right. 68 to 72.
Yes, he's throwing 68 to 72.
1-2. Low.
And he goes in and throws a complete game shutout.
Yep.
It was so
diced you guys up.
Diced us up. It was one of the craziest.
Absolutely made you look silly.
I mean, it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we got one of those down there?
I hope so. I don't think so.
We got a Grant Stevens down there? 2-2, ripped into left field. Backing is French. He's under it. He's got it. 1 out.
And even though Jackson, that swing right there, even though Jackson did just got out right there, I mean, that's a perfect swing right there. That's the Jackson Willits we need.
Went the other way,
yes.
hit it hard.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to throw two options at you. Tell me if you like either one of these.
Okay.
Cam Johnson.
Yes.
Throw him out there, see if he's got it.
You got it.
If he doesn't, have somebody hot.
Yeah. You definitely throw him out there early in the game. I think you could start him too, because if he's back to, or not back,
Sam
but if
Christensen takes a ball.
If he's struggling a little bit early in the game, you can just have a quick trigger with him.
Actually, he's warming up right now, so maybe we're going to see him tonight. Skip might throw him out there and say, let's see what he's got in case I need him on Monday.
Yeah, because imagine if he goes out there and has a pretty clean inning, you can throw him back out there on Monday.
2 balls and no strikes to Christensen, who doubled and drove in a run last time up. Drove it off the base of the center field wall. 2-0, swing and a miss. All right, here's another option for you. And this is unorthodox. And it would depend on how you got there. But Dylan Crooks. Nope. 2-1 pitch is outside.
I thought you were going to say Dylan Tate. Well, I'd rather see Dylan Tate.
I don't think Dylan Tate can give you more than 1, maybe 2 innings.
Okay.
And Crooks might not be able to give you more than 2, maybe 3. But he could get you off to a good start,
Well, what about Reed?
Okay, I like that. Reed Hensley. He's started 1 game this year, I believe. Sam Christensen takes a walk with 1 out.
Regardless of what it may be, we don't know, and you're gonna need a special outing from somebody. That's
you're
just
gonna need multiple guys.
Yes.
All right, here's one more, and then we can move on from this.
Okay.
Malachi threw 102 pitches last night,
so he's done.
If you get to Monday, it would be perhaps his bullpen day. Could he give you an inning?
Yeah,
2?
He could. If it's a bullpen day, yeah, 100%. I bet you could probably give you 2 to 3 if he's looking all right.
Remember, as Branch takes a ball, remember
Jake Bennett?
Jake Bennett. Same reason you're talking about. Came in to get the save.
Struck out Wyatt Langford. No, Wyatt hit a bomb.
Strike. 1-1. Why are you doing that to Jake for?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Why are you doing that to Jake for? He got a win and a save in that regional.
He did. Oh, my God. He was special. He really was.
Christensen at first with 1 out. The 1-1, high and away.
He struck out the first baseman that was talking a lot of smack to us. We didn't like him, so I'm glad he struck him out. Send him home.
All right. Well, there's options, but you gotta win tomorrow early to start to push those options. 2-1 outside. The ball got away, and on to second goes Sam on a passed ball. Well, you're not gonna. I bet Stevenson doesn't have very many of those this year. And to add difficulty to how are you going to piece together a couple of wins, you're going to have to do it against the number 1 ranked team in America.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough road.
But you got to beat Nebraska to give yourself a shot at that tomorrow. Unless you can come back right here. 1 out, runner at second. The 3-1 to Branch. Line drive center field. Get down ball. Sliding catch is made by Kepley. What a play. 2 outs. Just held up long enough, and Kepley's fast.
He's a dog out there, man. He's a dog. That's a beautiful play. I mean, I've seen some good outfield plays right there, and that one was pretty special just because of how hard that ball was hit and just the catch probability on that right there. And for him to kind of pop up and really just want to throw the guy out at third right there, I mean, that's a dog mentality right there. Really special kid out there in center field.
Deshaun Harris, 2 for 3. Christensen still at second. And he takes a strike. Fastball's at 94 here for Cameron Padgett. Duke beat Georgia. So you're going to have Georgia and Oklahoma State in an elimination game tomorrow morning. Might be a couple of home runs hitting that game at Foley Field. You think there'll be some uppercut swings in that game? Foul ball's going to get out of play to make it 0-2 to Deshaun. West Virginia beat Clemson tonight, 9-6. They push the host there into the losers bracket. Tennessee beat Cincinnati 10-6. Florida State over Mississippi State 10-3. Here we're in the 8th. 2 outs, runner at second. And the 0-2 pitch to Deshaun Harris. Just missed. Maybe inside. That was close. 1-2. Louisville leading the number 1 overall seed. Vandy 2-1. Top of the 5th in Nashville.
That's a good game.
Arizona in that Eugene regional up 6-2 on Utah Valley in a winner's bracket game. Winner of this regional plays the winner of that regional in the Supers. 1-2. Little blooper over third. That's going to get down for a base hit. Christensen rounds third. He'll score without a throw. And Deshaun Harris is 3 for 4 tonight. And now he's got a run batted in. It's 11-4.
Have a day, Deshaun. I mean, with 3 hits, all of them being to the opposite field as well. I mean, just having a good day right there. Really good job, Deshaun.
Sooners are, still down 7 as Drew Dickerson steps in. But is it possible the late success they're having here in the second half of the game could give them a little momentum going into tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. And I think that's something that Skip needs to tell the group as well, even though
Dickerson takes one high.
Even though this was, and this one's not over, like we already said. But if this one doesn't turn out how we want it to be, if we've put some runs up in this game, late in this game, and I think you need to let your team know, hey, that's a good sight, and that's a good thing that we needed, especially.
Yeah. Don't give up 6 unearned in the first, and we got a ball game right now.
Exactly.
Ball 2 to Dickerson. It's 11-4. Sooners 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th so far, and now head coach Scott Forbes headed out to the mound, and usually this means pitching change. But so far he has not made that indication.
They've got a lefty warming up out there.
Texas up on UTSA 6-1, top of the 4th in Austin. Auburn leading Stetson 4-1, bottom of the 4th. Winners bracket game out west, USC up 4-3 on St. Mary's, bottom of the 5th. Miami, 4-1 lead over Columbia in the 4th. LSU shutting out Dallas Baptist 6-0 in the 4th. Boy, UCLA, how many runs did they put up last night? double digits, right?
17, right? Or something like
They're
that.
up 9-1 tonight in the fourth inning on Arizona State.
Could be getting hot.
Looked like Scott Forbes went out there to give the home plate umpire a little piece of his mind. I think they thought that should have been a called strike 3 to Deshaun Harris. He stayed out there long enough for Jeff Wright to come visit, and when he did, he turned and said a few words to him. Arkansas shutting out Creighton 12-zip in the seventh. Coastal Carolina and East Carolina tied 5-5 in the seventh. That's a good one. All right, back here, run in. Harris at first, 2 outs, and a 2-0 count to Drew Dickerson. The pitch, swings and fouls it back. He took a home run cut at that.
Yeah, what a swing right there. And I mean, if Drew Dickerson could put one over the wall here, I know it's very late in this game, but you can make this a 5-run ball game, and anything's possible after that.
It's going to be fascinating to watch the summer development of Drew Dickerson. This is a guy that could very well be your middle of the lineup bopper next year.
Easily.
2-1, strike call. He's got to figure out some things. It hasn't quite clicked for him this year that would allow him to be in the lineup all the time, but the talent is there.
Yes, it is.
And he's showing it here in Chapel Hill. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball 3. 95-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. Deshaun Harris now get a running start at first base. If Dickerson could find a line or an alley. 1 for 3 tonight, Drew. 3 for 6 with a home run in the regional. Paget set. The payoff. There goes Dash and a tie, ball 4. 2 on, 2 out. Second walk by Paget this inning. And now Dawson Willis, master of the late inning dramatic home run, comes to the plate.
There he is, and we could use one of those late inning home runs right now.
The goal at this point, make Tobacco Road uncomfortable. It's 11-4. Dawson 0 for 3. Harris at second. Dickerson at first. First pitch, strike, top of the zone. The 0-1. Fouled back. Not sure he's thrown anything but a fastball. 0-2. RBI single by Harris has scored a run this inning. They're looking for more. 2 on, 2 out. And the 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3 on a pitch that looked very high. And the Sooner dugout erupts. Willis stood there in amazement. And Jeff Wright rung him up on a pitch that looked very high. Inning is over. 2 men left on. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-4 Tar Heels. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and I run a foundation that awards work ethic scholarships. But when it comes to work ethic, you guys wrote the book. Nobody works harder than the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. It can be blazing hot or crazy cold. They're always out there, making sure America has all the energy we need to stay safe and secure. Something to think about next time you see one of those monuments to independence, otherwise known as an oil rig. Learn more at oerb.com/Mike Rowe.
Riverwind is bringing the heat this June at OKC's favorite casino. So get the party started with the hottest jackpots in town.
Book a stay at our hotel for a weekend of fun with friends. Win like an all-star on your go-to games.
Grab a bite and a bev at one of our fabulous eateries.
Go for gold with your wild card and play for your chance at $80,000 in our Sunshine Riches giveaway.
For the best summer yet and unforgettable good times, make it Riverwinds.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
Oklahoma Athletics would like to thank the official Eat, Play, Stay partners. Visit Norman, Cup Bop, Midway Deli, and Norman NCED. Go to Soonersports.com for more information. 11-4 Tar Heels, bottom of the 8th, and here we go. Cam Johnson is on out of the Sooner bullpen. It is his first appearance since April 13th. That's over a month and a half ago when he pitched in relief against Vanderbilt. He went 12 pitches in that outing, gave up a hit and a walk. He last started a game April 1st in that Texas Tech game in Frisco. That didn't go well. So here he is tonight, and I think, we're playing head coach along with Skip. I think this is an exploratory appearance right here. Come in, let's see if you can have a successful inning. If you can, then, add him to the list of possibilities for how you get through this thing on down the line. If he comes out and walks a couple of guys, then he's not ready. First pitch to Luke Stevenson is a fastball strike at 97.
God, I want him to be good so bad.
Stevenson, 0 for 3, has been hit by a pitch and scored. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. That one at 96. First 2 pitches, strikes. Sooners now shift. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. He went around, but the ball gets away from Carmichael. Stevenson down to first, and he'll reach on a strikeout. So Johnson strikes out Stevenson, but he'll reach on the wild pitch.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think this is a good sight to see right now.
Yeah, so far so good. I didn't even know that ball fooled him so badly that even though it was a wild pitch way outside the strike zone, he went for it.
Yeah.
But he reaches. Here's Gallagher, 3 for 4 tonight.
Well, Cam has been a kid who he said he's been working a lot. He's been having a lot of he's been talking with mental coach and Tyler Pazik a lot, so I think that's something that we could definitely look into a little bit deeper as well as he continues.
Ball 1. Tell me about the mental coach.
Yeah, it's so Tyler Pazik has been around for quite some time now. He's been around since when I was playing, and I think when I was a freshman or a sophomore.
Fastball strike, 1-1.
And he's a guy where some people get in there, and especially pitchers, they can get into their heads, and they feel like they've lost their rhythm, or they've lost their that swagger or that sauce that they have. And I think Tyler's done a really good job of
outside with the changeup, 2-1,
working with Cam, and really probably helping with this mental aspect of it, because with somebody like Cam, who was very highly recruited out of high school, a kid who has really special arm talent. When you go out there and have some struggles, you've never done that before.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And so when you start having some struggles, you start going through some things mentally where you just feel like you're struggling a lot, and you can't really figure it out. And so Skip likes to bring Tyler Pazik along a lot of the times and really work with some guys, and I think he has done a good job with Cam so far.
2-2 pitch is lined into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Headed for the alley. Jaywalk cuts it off. Into third base, Stevenson. They're going to give him the wave. Relay to Branch. Throw to the plate. He is out by a mile. Great relay. Out by a mile. Walk to Branch to Carmichael. Stevenson gunned down at the plate for the first out of the inning. Not exactly sure why they sent him up 11-4, but with nobody out in the inning, but they did. It's the catcher, remember, Stevenson running. And Sooners worked a perfect relay, especially the throw from Branch to Carmichael, right on the money.
Yeah, that was
number one.
That was really beautiful. And you're right. I mean, you've got your star player and Luke Stevenson on rounding the bases. Why are you sending him right there? You know, I understand there was a little bobble out there, but I mean, he's called just about 8 innings right now, and you know he's probably tired.
Nobody out.
Yes, nobody out.
Here's Stokely, left on left, swing and a miss. Stokely a single and 2 walks in 4 plate appearances. Gallagher, by the way, got his 4th hit of the night. It was a double. He's out at second base with 1 out. The 0-1. A little bit outside with the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So does the mental coach talk to you in the bullpen? Does he sit down with you in a quiet room? Where does that coaching take place?
No, I think that kind of depends on the player.
Yeah.
It depends on the person. Sometimes they do like to work with them in the bullpen.
Chopping foul ball 1 and 2.
But I bet there's some one-on-one time or some time outside of baseball where they'll get on talk or on a call and things like that, and probably have weekly conversations. I don't really know what they do. I don't know what Tyler does with each and every individual, but
you didn't need it because you're squared away.
No,
mostly a pitching thing, though.
It's mostly a pitching thing, I would say. Yeah, 100%. No, pitchers are weird.
A ball and 2 strikes to Stokely. Cam Johnson kicks and fires and locked him up with a slider for a strikeout. Out number 2. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Okay is right.
Well, that's his 2nd strikeout of the inning. Remember, he got Stevenson to start this inning, who reached after the strikeout. 2 outs now. Here's Madera. 2 for 4. Gallagher still out at second base. First pitch to Madera. There's a strike. This is very encouraging.
Yes, like very.
Johnson gets the sign from Carmichael. The 0-1. Low and away and through the legs of Easton. On to third goes Gallagher. That slider has been responsible for both wild pitches in this inning, as it has bounced in the right-hand batter's box.
Yeah, and that's all right, though. And I think from a catcher's perspective, I really wish Easton would have been like, that's all right. Because I feel like that Cam is someone who, like he has dealt with some mental issues. I
Give him the encouragement.
Yeah, just keep giving him encouragement. Like, that's okay, that's cool.
1-1 is low and away. That is his 15th pitch of the inning. 10 strikes. He's in a 2-1 count here, though, with a runner at third. And 2 outs in the inning. Missed on a couple of sliders. Let's see if he goes back to the fastball here. Here it comes. He does, and he pumps it in there for a strike called. 2-2.
And another thing about it, too, is that fastball is not over the middle part of the plate. That is an outer third. That is a dot of a fastball that he's been throwing. And so that's really good to see.
Come on, Big Cam. Get him here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kicks and fires. Outside with the fastball. Count is full. Tyson Bass on deck if he loses Madera. There comes the payoff. Just outside, he walked him. Didn't miss by much. And there's his first walk. So first and third, 2 outs for Bass. Bass 2 for 4 with a single and a home run. Been over a month and a half since Cam Johnson was on the mound for OU. And he gets the number 1 ranked team in America in his return tonight. First pitch to Bass, swinging foul off the end of the bat for strike 1. Right-handed hitting right fielder here. He's got 1 of 3 homers tonight for the Diamond Heels. The other 2 were hit by their DH, Sam Angelo. Gallagher at third, Madera at first. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball into right toward the line. Long range for Dasan Harris to run. Slows down, and it's out of play into the Sooner bullpen. Couldn't quite reach it. KP would have gone flipping over the wall for that ball. Jackson Kircher throwing in the Sooner pen. Russell Raley was pointing something out to me before the game that there's a bunch of brick walls down both lines here. He's like, that's very dangerous.
It is.
They're padded in front of the bullpens, but down both lines here, they're brick. You go flying into that hard, ground ball to third, foul, and that's a career ender.
Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, but let's put some pads on those.
Right, because what if it's a play like last year when we were playing Duke in the regionals and you got to slide in foul territory. Now I'm thinking about not sliding now, because if I continue to slide on that turf, my head's going to be split open by a brick wall.
Yeah, I'm with you. First and third, 2 outs. Runner goes from first. The 0-2 is low. They'll concede second base. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Stolen base for Alex Madera puts 2 runners now in scoring position with 2 outs. And we're over 20 pitches now for Cam. Probably the last batter he's going to face here. Hopefully it's the last batter of the inning. The 1-2, fouled back. Just got a piece of a fastball. Skip Johnson has said to anybody who will listen all year, when they ask him who's got the best stuff on your staff, Cam Johnson. Everybody expects him to say the Witherspoon twins. He said Cam Johnson has the best stuff on this pitching staff. 1-2 again. A little bit high. 2-2. Kyle Branch offering some encouragement out at second base for the big lefty. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Would love to make it 3. Kicks and fires. Low and away, ball bounces, but right out in front of Carmichael, who was able to grab it before the runners try to move up on him. And the count's full now.
Yeah, and that fastball looks really good for Cam, but you can tell that he still doesn't fully trust that off-speed pitch yet. You know, you've seen a few bounce, you've seen a few be way off the plate, and so I think if you could get him to really trust that secondary stuff as well, he's going to be who we expect him to be.
The payoff.
Oh, there it was.
Looking. 3-2 slider, locked him up, inning over. Cam Johnson struck out the side, and the Sooner bench comes onto the field to greet him. Look at this, down 11-4. Look at the love they're showing for 31 on his way to the dugout. That is great. We go to the 9th, 11-4. Carolina leads it. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Riverwind Casino's newly remodeled gaming floor has almost 3,000 of your favorite games, complemented by a variety of bars, restaurants, and the best live music in the metro. It's no surprise that Riverwind is always a good time. And hungry? Head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and milkshake made with Brahms A2 Fresh Milk, proud partner of Sooner Athletics. We have reached the ninth. Sooners need 7. They trail at 11-4. Let's go down to Carly in the dugout.
Toby, was pretty awesome to see after Cam Johnson's 3 strikeouts. His teammates were so excited for him. A bunch of them jumped on the field and were hyping him up, pushing him, giving him hugs and love. And then when he walked in the dugout, every single player high-fived him, guys. Even the coaches. Skip Johnson walked over to him with a big smile on his face. Just really, really good to see that from Cam Johnson.
Chopper to the first base side. Jason Walk races on. He beats it out. Got thrown away anyway, but Jason Walk is aboard on an infield single to start the ninth. Thank you, Carly. That's good stuff. I mean, everybody knows the battle it's been for Cam this year and how disappointing it's been. He started the year in the weekend rotation, hasn't pitched in a month and a half, but he has kept a very, as far as I can tell, and everybody I've talked to, a very positive attitude, super likable guy. Good moment for him tonight. Who knows whether that leads to another appearance in this regional or not, but it certainly, at the very least, will send him into the offseason with a positive frame of mind.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Trey Gamble bunts it, third base side. It comes back fair. Picking it up, Gallagher. Throw to first, not in time. That ball started foul and came back fair with English. And the Sooners have 2 on, nobody out in the ninth.
Yeah, that was a really good bunt right there, and kind of a surprise bunt right there by Trey Gamble. A really good, really smart play right there. Now we got Sooners on first and second, nobody out. Hey, man, I've seen crazier things happen. I really have.
By the way, new pitcher on for Carolina is Tom Shimoleski. Lefty, 6'2", out of Needham, Massachusetts. He's a Princeton transfer. 11th appearance of the year. He has a 0.000 ERA and 1 save. In 7 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He has not allowed a run. And opponents have only hit 148 against him. But Jason Walk and Trey Gamble have both reached on an infield single and a bunt single here to start the ninth. And the catcher, Luke Stevenson, goes out to have a chat with Shimoleski. Well, you need 4 more base runners for the tying run to get to the plate. But a good start. Carmichael, 2 for 4 tonight. Hit a rocket last time up that was caught in left field by Carter French. Home plate umpire Jeff Wright now goes out to break up the buddy talk out there.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably not even baseball being talked right there. Luke, you could clearly see Luke Stevenson was out there kind of just standing around waiting for the home plate umpire to come. Oh, yeah, see, look at this.
Now they're going to make a pitching change, so they were trying to give their reliever a little more time, so Shimoleski's night is done. He faces 2 batters, does not retire one, and Scott Forbes now will go to a righty in the pen. So we'll take a break. Serta Pro Painters pitching change here in the ninth. Sooners down 11-4. New Tar Heel arm on when we come back. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Homeland brings savings and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Hey, OU fans, last year was a big year for us, but we're calling it now. This year is game-changing. Call it your staycation destination, your Beat the Heat retreat, your after-sport resort. With indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more, we just call it Okana. And it's open now, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. O'Connor Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at o'connorresort.com.
It's Ryan Lynch on out of the Tar Heel bullpen. Big right-hander, number 53, 6'3" freshman out of Morristown, New Jersey. That's been one of the stories for Carolina this year is the freshman relievers have been very good for them. This is one of those guys. His 25th appearance, that now ties him for the most on the squad this year. 4-1 record with 2 saves and a 2.98 earned run average. Big strikeout numbers. In 48 innings, 59 strikeouts. He has walked 21. And the Sooners put the first 2 on here in the 9th, looking for an all-timer of a comeback if they could find a way to get 7 across here.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy, but I wouldn't mind. He just slipped on the mound a little bit. But that would be really, really special to see right now. When, like you said, he does have some high walk numbers, so I wouldn't mind seeing him come in and walk the bases loaded and walk them even more and walk them again and even walk them again. So we'll see.
Oklahoma's down big, but they have now banged out 11 hits tonight.
How about it?
They've only been out hit by 2. It's the dadgum 6 unearned runs in the first that are the difference in this game.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Carmichael with Walk at second, Gamble at first. Nobody out. If Oklahoma cannot rally, they will go home, sleep fast, be back here for an 11 a.m. Central Time elimination game tomorrow against Nebraska. Ryan Lynch's first pitch, bunted, foul. Carmichael trying to catch him by surprise there. Strike 1. How about that Trey Gamble bunt? I mean, it was a good foot foul or so, and then just took a right-hand turn at Albuquerque and came back fair.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it has some English on it. It was spinning weird.
Lynch, the 0-1. Hit the outside corner with a breaking ball, 0-2. A little bit of a funky delivery by Lynch. He holds the ball on his back right hip, and then a very quick leg when he decides to kick and bring it home. The 0-2 is way outside. Fastball at 96.
Yeah, it's a very jerky delivery, and I think that's probably what causes him to have a little bit of command issues. You know, he's going to have to figure that out because I think if he could slow it down a little bit, I think his command issues wouldn't be as much as they are right now.
Walk at second, Gamble at first. The 1-2 to Easton. Strike 3 call. Easton not happy at all with that call. Pumping his fist, yelling back at the umpire as he goes to the dugout. Jeff Wright takes it to his credit. 1 out. Willits. Now, Wright, who's now hearing it from the Sooner dugout, looks back that way. He has heard it from both dugouts tonight. Thoughts on the replay?
It's a little too close to take, but I think that ball is a little in.
Willits lines one up the middle. That's a base hit. Jason Walk rounds third. He'll score without a throw, and it's 11-5. Jackson Willits' second hit of the night, and he picks up a run batted in.
I'm telling you, Toby.
You like what you're seeing?
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jackson. He's starting to pick it up, and it all started from that swing of the bat to left field right there. I mean, it was a beautiful swing, and even though it didn't end up in a hit, it got him back on track. It really did.
Yeah. Gamble stopped at second. Sam Christensen the batter now. Jackson picks up his 43rd run batted in of the year. Christensen's been on twice since coming on for Taki and takes strike 1. RBI double to the wall in center in the 6th, and then walked, stole a base, and scored in the 8th. Two on, 1 out. And the 0-1 fouled out of play. positive vibes late in this game, even though right now it's still on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Kyle Branch will be Oklahoma's last chance. Sooners have scored in each of the last 4 innings of this game. And certainly the Cam Johnson inning has given the team some juice as well on the mound. Branch 0 for 4 with an RBI. It was robbed in center field on a very nice play by Kane Kepley last time up. First pitch is a breaking ball strike. Don't have the 5,000 that were here when this game started left, but 3,000 or so up on their feet. Hoping to see the Tar Heels finish it off here on Saturday night so they can go to church in the morning. The 0-1 outside. Going to have a likely battle of the Big Reds again tomorrow. Breakfast pregame show for you at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. One to KB. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Sooners have scored a run and have Gamble at second, Willits at first with 2 outs, down 11-5. Ryan Lynch, the pitch inside, ball 3.
I mean, that looks like the same exact pitch to Easton Carmichael a few pitches ago. So
if he loses Branch, Desan Harris, who has 3 hits tonight, is on deck. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball to shortstop. 2-hopper. The throw will go to first, and that'll do it. Carolina wins the winner's bracket showdown tonight here in Chapel Hill by the final of 11-5. Oklahoma will face elimination tomorrow morning against Nebraska. The postgame show is next. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Switching your accounts to Communication Federal Credit Union is fast, easy, free, painless, and, well, awesome. Some folks put it off because one time back in the old days, they changed banks somewhere, and it took forever. But now with Communication Federal, it's so much easier. If you've got like 5 to 10 minutes, you can join, open accounts, and make deposits. Go to the website and click join or stop by any branch. Communication Federal Credit Union. Subject to approval, federally insured by NCAA.
Hey Sooner fans, this is Malachi Witherspoon with OU Baseball. Want to be the ace of your tailgate this baseball season? Visit Homeland stores for all your favorite game day snacks and grilling needs on your way to the game. From burgers and hot dogs to chips and sides or cakes and desserts, Homeland has everything you need to knock your tailgate out of the park. Check out any of your local Homeland stores to stock up. Homeland, proud sponsor of OU Baseball.
Braum's is bringing the heat. Introducing Braum's new spicy chicken sandwiches. Flavor this good just can't be beat. Braum's crispy, tender, spicy chicken delivers just enough kick to ramp up our original recipe. Get it regular or club style with crispy bacon and American cheese. Add on Braum's sauce for that extra burst of heat, and you have spicy chicken sandwich perfection. Because nothing is better than Braum's.
Spring is in full swing, and there's no better way to celebrate the refreshing weather than with a cup of real refreshment at HTO. With over 20 flavors of freshly brewed iced tea to choose from, you're sure to find a flavor you'll love, like strawberry passion, Texas chai, blueberry, or Georgia peach. Can't choose just one? You don't have to. Mix and match endless flavor combinations to make your own tasty creation. Welcome to your happy place. HTO. Real tea, real refreshing.
1-0. Rip to first. Taki on a hop. What a play. He'll freeze the runner at third. Step on the bag for the out. I don't even think